and the DM will throw out some inspiration there for a prize.
It was pretty
Yes.
busy session, right? Like we were pretty busy.
Yeah, we didn't go very far, but we did a lot.
Yeah.
At the Blue Water Inn.
Yep, group effort. Group effort.
Yeah. And we learned a couple things. I think Isaac showed up. We were gonna we had our own docket of like business to take care of, but Isaac summoned us to the Burgomaster's manor. We were also told that Zayden had been
Put in the stockades.
detained for sowing unrest, I believe. Reuven wasn't. Reuven was true to character and was like, I think he proceeded to eat his breakfast for most of the session, rather than give everyone that is kind of fucking with us a piece of his mind.
Oh yeah, Reuven wanted to rip people apart.
Yeah. We went to the Burgomaster's estate. I don't think we did anything in, between leaving the Blue Water Inn and getting there.
Nothing between.
So everyone other than Zayden who didn't see the inside with all the like pre-Wickerman prep saw that. We went to his study, or his library, and we had a really awkward conversation with the Burgomaster where he was essentially like he like half thanked us and was also like, I don't know, he thanked us and gave us rewards. We had got a smattering of magic items.
I probably have a present for you, Robert.
Yeah. We got like goggles, we got a weapon, we got a wand. I think that was
also,
it.
yeah, in the house, in the rewards, after we were leaving, Reuven had snuck off, found a guy locked up for basically talking shit about the Burgomaster. Not locked up in the stockades, he was locked up in the Burgomaster's house, in like a side room.
Yeah, it's pretty messed up.
Yeah.
During our conversation with the Burgomaster, I, knowing that I would fail because you weren't in the session, Lau tried to convince the Burgomaster that leniency with you would be good because you could be a valuable weapon for him, but that releasing the children from the stockade would or from the stocks would probably be like a non-negotiable thing for you. So just basically tried to sow the seeds of that in his brain, so that maybe we can use that.
And it sounds like you're getting out soon because the power play to show everyone that even though there's new people in town, the Burgomaster's on top. That's done. Like that message has been communicated to the town.
Yes.
I feel like that was sort of established. So you're not going to be just like imprisoned until the end of the campaign. Yeah.
Says who?
Yeah, well, that's true. This guy may not be the most honest. I know that Illicent and Victor broke off to investigate. Well, oh no, she didn't. She told everyone the truth. Illicent still wants to, and actually, I believe she has finished the investigation on the missing servants. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we hit a dead end, right? Like we kind of hit a dead end with it.
Not
We
really.
know
We
where
have
they had left.
Yeah, we have
Yeah.
confirmation that they're no longer in the town.
And they went west.
That's right.
Yeah,
and
I remember
we
that part.
learned of a potential mission. There was the Vistani.
Oh, the missing girl by the lake.
Yes, the guy that Simon sort of came to blows with, almost, or maybe he actually did. He was outside and was saying that his daughter's missing and that she was seen like sneaking off to the lake, and he hasn't seen her since. So we could go investigate that. And then I believe everyone else went elsewhere, and I don't remember what you guys found. But we had
Sure.
2 quests.
There was a bit of talking with the bar patrons about going and checking out why the wine's not showing up.
Right.
Yeah, I think that was Lau who talked to the bartender, and basically we've been given another quest to go and figure out why the wine isn't coming. The bartender's father is apparently the owner of the winery, so there's a little bit of an emotional investment there for him. And that's pretty much what Lau found out. And then two other guys went. Oh, where did you go?
We went to the church.
To the church? Yeah, to the
It
church.
was Reuben and Simon.
Yeah.
Reuben and Simon. Okay.
Yeah, I helped dig a better hole for the grave, and he got information, but I don't remember we got anything actually useful out of that information.
Well, the main thing, and I believe that the burgomaster also let slip the name, which I really should start taking notes. I really should.
I believe it was Voctor.
Yes. And the dude that I kind of sat on and killed.
Simon, do you have mic effects on?
Yeah, you have some kind of mic effect. You're
Yeah.
talking like you're in the echo chamber, and it's kind of
Yeah, you're
We're
like
sending
echoing
help.
and stuff. Yeah.
Hold
Don't worry.
on.
You're. What's that? What's that? Little Timmy's down the well.
Oh snap! I don't know
Oh,
why
there you go.
the
There you
the
go.
freaking voice mod keeps like setting default something else.
Yeah, I was
Normally
like,
I just have the same
whoa.
thing. I apologize.
You're good. You're good. I forgot the
It was
name
kinda
too.
trippy, I liked it. Helps you get through a hangover. What
Thank
can
you,
I say?
Laura.
But
You're the best.
yeah, I believe the burgomaster also said
5
their name.
months. I gotta make new
and-
badges for people when they do like 6 months.
The
12 months.
recently deceased semi-friend
I have a list of things that would make the stream better. I just have to get
also
around to
said
doing
that the
them.
vampire spawns were a deal that they made as well. So
Yeah, it's looking like the Voctors are aligned with Strahd, and that the burgomaster, while being a very bad man, is not. So it's sort of like
He's
the
devil we
enemy.
know.
He's like we don't like him, but he's not the worst thing
Yeah, we
that's
have
out there.
bigger fish to fry for sure.
Yeah. He's
He-
just afraid and a bit of a stupid asshole.
Yeah.
he's
But
Control those situations as best he can.
But he thinks we're useful, and that means that we are currently sort of on the same, like, we have the same enemies. It seems like in his eyes, which means
Yeah.
that we're not the target of his ire.
plus the I also want to go back to the burgomaster when he handed the items. It was basically like he was saying, it's for my friends, right? Right?
Right,
For
yes.
friends, right?
Yeah, it was very.
Right.
It was a huge power play, to kind of be like, he thinks that we're in his pocket. It would appear.
And
Uh,
I think it suits us for him to think that.
For sure.
Yeah.
I was literally gonna say the exact same thing. Like, let
Ellen
him,
Yeah.
is
Let him think
100%
that,
agrees with
please.
that.
Which currently gave us free reign to come and go through his manor. So
Okay.
And
did this- Yeah.
I got a toothbrush.
Oh yeah.
yeah, and the toothbrush.
True.
The very, very important toothbrush that fell on the ground.
Yes. However, very well done. Very well done. However, I feel that there is a very key detail that has been glossed over, and I'm going to actually say, I think it's Simon. Simon, would you like to come clean about Zayden being in the stockades?
Oh.
In this
Yeah.
Hmm.
Did
Actually,
Robert,
I'll
did
tell
you
you
watch
what,
the stream?
What happened?
Did Robert watch the VOD at all? He would have
No,
caught.
I
Okay.
was too busy with work and drill weekend and getting my ass pummeled on a playmat.
Hey,
America.
Fuck yeah, we're
Mhm,
here to
something
save
like that.
the motherfucking day now. All
very
right.
quickly, we also saw the sort of peculiar aspect between the burgomaster and Isaac's relationship.
This is
He
true.
almost treats him like a
Like a pet.
Yeah, like a pet or like a very disappointed child or a disappointing child. Isaac does not have the bravado in front of the burgomaster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was also a thing with a serving maid or a servant in
Yes.
the house who was so scared of not physically giving Simon the toothbrush. The servants are terrified of the burgomaster.
Mm-hmm.
And Lau asked her and her husband, because then he realized that it sounded like he was hitting on her, to stop by the Blue Water Inn to talk about that. But I assume nothing will come of that. She's so scared, you know. But that was quite a moment. When she wouldn't even let Illicent carry a toothbrush to Simon.
We haven't done this in a while, so before we start, I want to read the card readings one more time just to get a refresher because I've already forgotten them mostly, and we had a pretty big break. The first one, this card tells of history. Knowledge of the ancient will help you better understand your enemy. That which you seek lies in the womb of darkness, the devil's lair, the one place to which he must return. So their knowledge waits for us, I guess, in his castle. Sounds like his coffin, if I'm honest.
Yeah, or somewhere near it. Yeah.
Card 2. This card tells of a powerful force of good and protection, a holy symbol of great hope. The treasure lies in a dragon's house, in hands once clean and now corrupted. We asked about the dragon's house, didn't we? Don't we have an idea where that might be?
I think Zayden did.
Okay.
All the way back in Barovia, the town.
I'm forgetting my memory on that spotting. Card 3. This is a card of power and strength. It tells of a weapon of vengeance, a sword of sunlight. Go to the mountains. Climb the white tower guarded by golden knights. Pretty specific, actually. I feel like that one's going to be hard to miss.
I think that one's kind of high on the list.
Yeah.
This card sheds light on one who will help you greatly in the battle against darkness. Search for a troubled young man surrounded by wealth and madness. His home is his prison. And then finally, your enemy is a creature of darkness whose powers are beyond mortality. This card will lead you to him. I see a dark figure on a balcony looking down upon this tortured land with a twisted smile.
Well,
Let's
Strahd.
hope there's only one balcony.
Yeah.
And that way we know where he'll be.
On our way out of town, we're gonna look for balconies.
And as for that one before that one,
this is the
troubled youth. It sounds like it's something to do with the burgomaster's house.
Well, the first one, right?
The guy locked up was old, right?
Yeah, but there was also that flash of light, and he might have other people locked there. And there was mention of a kid, but we haven't seen him. We don't know what's going on in the house.
I thought the kid locked in the house of the prison would have been Rose and Thorn.
Maybe, but I don't think so. They were already dead.
But they weren't necessarily locked. They were more like barricaded.
Yeah, they were more buried there, interned.
True.
Where this one is more someone who's going to help us in some way. Seems like it sounds like might be because it was a man, but it wasn't like an old man. It was just a man.
Well,
that was
here
in the burgomaster's house. So we'll see. But other than that, the others that we haven't really come across, other than maybe the dragon one, but I don't.
Wealth and madness. Have we gotten the impression that the burgomaster is insane?
I mean, he's locking up kids. In my opinion, he's mad.
Well, he's very rich. He'd have to be.
I think he knows what reality is. I think he is desperate to hold on to power. And part of that is Lau's impressions from talking to Ismark and Irina after all of you left. Mike and I had an email conversation.
He's not insane, but he's definitely mad with power.
Now that's just what Ismark told Lau. That's not necessarily truth. Ismark thinks that the Baron is, I don't know, just desperate to hold on to power, pretty much.
Yeah.
He's willing to sacrifice all of the freedoms of the people for security.
Yeah, which I mean, he might not be insane, but that's still a type of madness.
Well, I mean, but that doesn't mean he sees a person and thinks it's a banana. I mean, there are levels of insanity.
Yeah. So yeah, that's kind of.
What's the quote? Those who would sacrifice freedom for security will, what is it? Deserve neither and will lose both.
Something like that.
Who said that?
I've heard it before.
I think it's one of the founding fathers, actually.
I'm going off the top of my head, and I'm going to Google it, but my guess is Benjamin Franklin. Let's find out.
I think so.
He's
Nice
quoted a
quote,
lot.
Simon.
You read out the quote again? It was those.
Ben Franklin, I nailed it.
Wow.
Those who give up essential
Mike.
liberty to purchase a little temporary safety deserve neither liberty nor, and it continues on,
Yeah.
nor safety.
Mike, give yourself an inspiration.
I was about to say.
That's funny.
I like that. I like that. What a gracious dungeon master you are, Doctor.
I do my best.
I'm not gonna lie. It would be kind of hilarious if you actually did take one for a random enemy. It's just like, oh, this guy failed, or did he?
Or did he?
No,
In the reverse.
no, that was he used it already to remove Strahd's cape.
Yes, that's right.
No,
No
capes.
capes.
Oh. All right. With that, excellent job. So, let's start tonight's session by having Zayden roll a perception DC 15 at disadvantage. His head is down in the stocks. And we're waiting for Zayden's roll.
I'm trying to find it. It's been a hot minute.
Yes, it has. Oh. All right. Zayden, you have spent an evening, a night, and the following day in the stockade. You have been taken prisoner and conducted to the town center, where Isaac has placed you in the stocks under charges of sowing sadness and dissension among the citizenry of Vallaki. During the day, townspeople have pointed at you, laughed, giggled. You are covered with tomato, but unfortunately, you are not able to identify the perpetrator that plucked the one piece of fruit in an otherwise root vegetable town and
I'll find
squarely
you, and I'll
squished
kill
it upon your head.
A very particular set of skills.
Yep.
Yeah, damn it, you fucking beat me to it.
But silently you say a vow to yourself, oh, I'm going to find that tomato hurling bastard and bring him to justice.
Nah.
Isaac returns and leans down to you and says, the burgomaster has deemed that you have served your punishment. And as a will of good gesture, due to the assistance of your fellow comrades, you and everyone else that has been imprisoned in the town square is to be set free in preparation of the upcoming festival of the Blazing Sun. You can find your party members back at the Blue Water Inn, and he releases you. With that,
No, wait, am I in shackles?
you were in the stockade, so in the stocks.
Oh,
your arms and face.
It's a
roll.
total waste. Is it night or is it day right now, or is it starting to get to night?
It is. It's the start of a new day. We're gonna call it the start of a new day.
God
And-
damn it! I was about to be finessed and everything.
No. And with
Smart.
that,
To
Smite.
rob my
Smite.
freaking moment.
Smite. Smite.
Oh God!
No! I was gonna be like, if it's nighttime, I'll let the shadows encover me, waste a spell slot, and just to impress him, to just misty step out of the stockade.
Ho ho!
Ooh, I like that. Would have been really cool. I'm sorry to, very sorry to have stolen your thunder.
That
There,
was very.
Titan. That
was
that
very
would have been
nice.
some great flavor. However, comma,
But it's daytime.
just to make sure, everybody is still at full strength. No wasted spell slots or anything.
I don't
Yes.
think so. Yeah.
No, I'm at full strength.
Okay, so
I
if
would
not,
just
I
have full rest. We're good.
yeah, if not, I was going to say that would be your full rest. So please do bring your characters back to their.
Oh, one
full
last
vi-
thing.
Yes.
Zayden, I think we adjusted experience last week. You should have 8,300.
Yep.
8,300 is everyone but me.
For some reason, I have 8,400.
That's
Okay,
weird.
that's fine.
I don't know why you have 100. You have the same bonus as me, the extra 100. I don't know where that came from. But okay.
Who knows? All right, I fixed it. We're good.
All right,
Yep.
and for the inspiration, well done, everybody, except Zayden, but he couldn't. Obviously, he wasn't here. So with that, why doesn't I'll do this. Let's play. Let's make a deal. Everyone can take one standard inspiration, or someone can roll a d6 and divvy out heroic inspiration amongst the party, depending on the result of that d6.
We all have to make a decision of if
Yeah,
it's
you
the D6.
probably should.
Yeah, just vote.
We
One.
either get a standard or we get however many we roll from a 6. Is that what's going on?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
what happens is everyone can take a standard right now, and you'll have one. Or some member of the party is going to roll me a d6. If that's a 3, then there are 3 heroic inspirations to be handed out, distributed amongst the party.
All right. So
I like that a lot.
Get
Yeah.
6 standard, or we can risk it and have a chance at 6 heroic, but probably only like a couple.
That's fine.
Let's go heroic, man. That's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah,
let's
I'm
risk
good
it.
with that.
Yeah, I'm feeling like a hero. Let's do it.
All
That's
right.
4. That's a majority.
I feel like
so-
gambling, so let's
Let's
go.
have Zayden.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, let him roll a
Yes.
d6. That's what I was gonna suggest as well. Let Zayden
Yeah,
roll
Now,
a
let's
Zayden,
d6.
have-
hold on.
Someone blow
have-
my
If,
dice.
hold
Someone blow
on.
my
If
dice
Zayden
real
rolls
quick.
a 1, if Zayden has to get a 1, he must take it so he feels extra bad.
Yeah.
Not just like
Yes.
the lowest.
Yes.
Not only did he roll the
God,
lowest, but
I
he also
love-
took it from
I
everyone.
love this
It's like
party.
Survivor's Guild.
Oh, thank
Oh,
you.
nice job.
Hell yeah.
So,
Nice job.
who gets,
Okay.
Who gets what? We have 4 of them.
So let's do this. We'll make this go on further. Zayden. Now, would you like to take all 4 heroic inspirations for yourself,
Oh,
Oh.
the power.
or
Power.
or
Collecting the
would you
infinity
like
stones.
to divvy those out amongst the rest of the party, and you cannot have one? You have to give all 4 away.
Strahd's looking at you right now, Mike, like, oh, and I thought I was evil.
If you,
Oh,
yeah.
oh, buddy. You'll take some notes.
If you choose to let everybody else have one, I'll step out, and then the other 4 people aside from us can just have them.
Bet. All right, I'm down with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll hand mine out.
So
I don't care. I don't need 'em.
Kyle, yeah, Lau, Illicent,
And Jedi.
Simon, and
Reuven.
all get a card.
Yep. So go ahead, pick those up.
We use them for each other most of the time anyway.
Oh, yeah.
So it kind of doesn't matter, but this makes it. Yeah. I'm trying to, so you don't feel alone, Robert. I'll take it out with you.
That's awesome.
Sweet.
For not having an encounter at all, that was fun. That little bit right there was fun.
Oh,
All right.
wow.
So it's been a night, correct? We've had like a night of rest.
Yeah.
Yes.
Illicent would like to spend 3 of her parchment, and maybe, I mean, it wouldn't take her that long, but I'd like to create a like a dossier, a professional-looking She'll even like try to find something to like bind it together, like a report for the burgomaster in regards to her findings on searching for the servants.
Okay, no,
She
I
wants to look as
haven't.
professional as possible. Like,
Okay.
you know, she can write very quickly, but she's gonna like take as much time as she can. It's all spaced out. It's like she gives it
Thank
like
you.
a swirl to the font as much as she can. Wants to
Okay.
impress.
Hey, Mike, I want to use my inspiration right now.
Okay.
It can be. I gain 10% of my XP.
Hey.
830 added.
830 XP for me.
Yeah.
So
That's
right.
awesome.
I'm winning
Nice.
Jedi.
Yes, he's winning D&D.
All right.
I was just curious how he got it. I was wondering.
We will kill Mars.
Yes.
All right.
I'm happy.
Illison, I'm going to ask you a question.
Yeah.
Where you are given free reign of the Burgomaster's Mansion as well, and the library, is this a report that you would like to prepare and leave on his desk? Say that you spent the night in the library around those wonderful books?
If I can, yes.
Okay.
Absolutely. And the idea that I could drop this off and not literally be there alone with him, that'd be great.
All right.
I mean, I'll spend as much time researching
Sure.
stuff as I can.
Let's
thought
do that. Let's
the other
do that
day,
because I
go
might
ahead.
be able to give you the party a nugget in here if we do it
Sure.
like that. Go ahead and finish up your question.
Well, it occurred to me that now that we have like a quote-unquote base of operations, if I could, and if it wasn't like a super uncool thing to do at the table, I would just be like, okay, you guys now have an NPC ally in town who will research anything you want. Go have fun. She just never leaves. She just lives here now. But luckily, this town isn't safe enough for her to feel like she wants to sit here forever. It's the lesser of two evils.
It's
Right.
an
outside the
interesting
town or
thing.
into the town.
It's rare to retire a character, mid campaign. It's kind of an interesting thought.
I mean, if I had someone else to play, like if we
Yeah.
had like a dog or something in the party that I could control,
Yeah.
I would totally be like, yes, she just stays and helps out from the back line. But luckily, she has to stay in the adventure.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Illicent, roll me a D100, and the results you're looking for is a below 5% or above 93%. Okay. During your research, you have managed to find some information on the Order of the Silver Dragon, and who this order was led by Vladimir Horngard, the greatest of the Dragon Knights. And it was this order that actually was able to fight and defeat, or they thought defeat, Strahd. But Strahd came back from the dead, slaughtered Horngard and the entire order, and laid ruin their enclave in Barovia. Unfortunately, the text that you have found contains no directions on where that stronghold might be located.
Hmm.
It mentions
The treasure.
Argynvost.
Yeah, the angry one. Okay. The treasure lies in a dragon's house in hands once clean and now corrupted. So something might live there now. Okay.
All right.
Just for flavor, the first thing Ellison does when she gets into the library, she checks to see how it's organized, see if it's um, like well stocked and stacked. If that makes sense. It just tries to familiarize herself with where everything, because there can't be a unified system in a medieval fantasy world, right?
No,
Every
there.
library has to be unique.
Yes, yes. There is no. While the bindings on the books do not bear any numbers to help you
Mhm.
in a cross reference. Just kind of looking, you can see that there it is, however, divided logically:
Mm.
economics, um, history, um, um, like resource material, like crops that can be planted, and thumbing through just a few off the shelf. Um, it dates the economics date way back um, to uh, you know the amount of money uh, that it took to build the castle. Actually, you know what? Do me a favor and roll me another D100.
Yes. Ooh.
Oh, I like that. Let me give you a couple nuggets. I like that roll enough.
Loud.
Yeah.
That could be currently happening if you want.
Okay. Yeah, Mike. I think if she's at the library, Lau is too.
Okay. Um, okay, I'm going to give you this little bit of nugget, and then I'm going to step away real quick, and then we'll really get this session kicked off. This should hopefully provide some nice background and some window dressing. Um, in life, Strahd von Zarovich was a count, a prince, and a soldier, and a conqueror. After the death of his father, King Barov, Strahd waged a long, bloody war against his family's enemies. He and his army cornered the last of these enemies in a remote mountain valley before slaying them all. He then named the valley Barovia, after his deceased father, and he was so struck by its scenic beauty that he decided to settle there. Queen Ravenovia lamented the death of her husband and was fearful of Strahd. War had made him cold and arrogant. She kept her younger son, Sergei, away from the battlefield. Strahd envied the love and attention his mother visited upon his brother. So in Barovia he remained. But peace made him restless, and he began to feel like his best years were behind him. Unwilling to go the way of his father, he began to study magic. He scoured the conquered lands for wizards and artisans and brought them to the valley and commanded them to raise a castle to rival the magnificent fortresses of his ancestral homeland. And he named the castle Ravenloft after his mother. To demonstrate his love for her, when it was complete, he commanded his mother and brother to come to Barovia and stay with him. Sadly, his mother passed away while traveling to her namesake. That is all the information you can find in your time in that library. I'll be right
Okay.
back in 2 minutes.
Lau,
Yes.
can you make me a DC 18 intelligence check?
Absolutely. Let's see. I mean, no, I can't, but I can roll it. Ooh, not bad. Yep.
Illicent reads almost everything that she reads aloud.
Oh,
I wanted to see
okay.
if through the absolute slog, if you picked up those important nuggets in the hours of narration that she.
Yeah.
Which is
probably
nothing
not.
against you. It's a tall order. But
No,
that's
he's
her,
not. Yeah, he's
that's
not
her,
stupid, but
her intellect is, or her intelligence is 18. That's why I said the DC.
Right.
But I assume his attention span around
I-
hour 5 maybe probably starts
honestly,
to wane.
I assume he was meditating.
Oh, that's good.
Just sitting cross-legged on the floor. I doubt he was reading a thing. You know.
Yeah.
He's just there because he thinks Illicent would be happier if he was.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she enjoys reading aloud.
Yeah.
So Strahd is a big old mama's boy with mommy issues. Got it.
I had trouble keeping up with the notes on that, but I got a lot of it.
Now, am I just vaguely familiar with all this, or has Mike read us that before?
He read you, or you were all told the story in the Flames.
Okay.
Which is
So
that
it's-
he
yeah.
was pursued by his enemies, and the Vistani saved him, and then he defended the Vistani, and so they had sort of a kindred.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry about that. I
No problem.
realized
I've never heard of his brother before. That was the first time I heard about his brother.
Okay.
I realized as I began to read out of my hard copy that I did not have my reading glasses.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, 50-something-year-old eyeballs
Yep.
are awesome.
People our age can't do that, Mike.
Nope, we sure can't. Okay, well let's get this. Let's light this candle.
That's weird. I just lit a match because my room is a bit stuffy, and I'm lighting a candle. That's bizarre. I mean, like, listen, that's the match.
So,
All
Kyle,
right.
you understand that your video is on. I mean, the rest of us aren't, doing that. But we always thought it was weird that you were.
Oh yeah, of my wrapped up, unplugged webcam. Interesting. Yeah. So.
Who we just lost? Simon?
Well, Simon.
Roll20 is being really, 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 really dumb right now.
It was
Okay.
doing that for me earlier too, so you're good.
Okay. All right. So what is the party's pleasure? We're just for the sake of tonight getting things started. I've just got you all right outside the Blue Water Inn.
Mm-hmm.
If
I have an
there's
errand to run before I'm ready to go and do stuff with the party.
Okay.
Is there a leather worker I can commission a job from?
Yes.
I would like to commission a underarm holster like a cop might have for my wand.
Oh, absolutely. Let's see here. I actually have that in my notes.
So a leather wand pocket, huh?
Yes, like a beat cop might have, like that kind of. I mean, I guess any officer, or like FBI agent kind of thing.
Yes.
I'm not sure what those are called, but
you
yeah.
are. You find Endless Delight Clothiers, run by twin brothers Harwin and Hewen Yustov. They sell various bolts of cloth, basic clothing, and simple. I'd say you'd find it here, like belts and things of that nature.
Ooh.
Yeah, I guess it's called a shoulder holster. She's looking
I
for
appreciate
that.
you
Yep,
guys.
absolutely.
Rating me at the end of
And
community day.
these aren't like this doesn't exist because guns aren't a thing, so she's gonna have to
Hope
commission.
y'all had
one.
fun playing Fall Guys.
Absolutely. Giving the description of what you would like to have fabricated, Harwin says.
What the fuck?
And you want this made out of leather, Illicent?
I mean
Hold on.
that's what Kyle thinks it would need to be made out of.
All right.
Yes.
Then Kyle, by God, you can certainly have one. They can. It's a fairly simple item, and
Yeah, I'd say it probably is on par with a case of for map or scrolls.
Yep.
The
Yep.
1GP
Appreciate
craze.
you guys.
yep.
My food just got here. Too.
So
It was just a night bot. I turned them off.
Sundry item map case. Does anybody have a price on that at all, or no?
Its default is one gold piece.
Yeah, you could do a D4 since it's a unique, like just like a 1d4 gold. I know it doesn't really matter, but I do have 10 on me, so no matter what you're gonna roll, I can, I can purchase it.
A case for maps and scrolls is 1 GP. So.
Yep. Harwin says that they could
and
fabricate something like that for you in just a few hours. If it's a pressing need, and
He'll come back,
they can have
and
that for you.
I'll get the
price will
filters
be
fixed.
3 gold.
Yep, she'll pay it.
All right.
I'm sure to Simon's chagrin, but she will. Just, yep, the first price they throw out, sold.
All right. All right. There we go. I knew that would elicit some sort of response. Okay.
And she will be back on the, on the minute of when they tell her to be there.
All right. You can go ahead and add that right to your inventory.
I will.
Is there anything else? Oh, Lau, you said that you had something that you were thinking about handing off to Zayden.
Useless.
Yes,
Shut
once
Laura.
Zayden joins the party and we're all done with our hellos and making fun of him.
Definitely not useless.
Lau would
My
present
only
him
mod,
with a
not useless.
moon-touched sword, a long sword, which basically, Robert, is a it's just a long sword that emits dim light for 15 feet, I think. And it doesn't have a +1 or anything like that, but it is magical, so it would get through damage reduction, stuff like that. So basically, I don't know if you
Only
can
one.
find it in the compendium or
'Cause you're
not. I
special?
can't remember if I was able to.
It's compendium thing. I
Oh,
believe.
it's in the, I know what it is. It's in the compendium, but I had to add it to my attack and spell casting box. I think it was.
And it's bright light for 15 and dim light for another 15.
Okay, thank you. So basically you have a magic sword now, but it doesn't help your attack or damage, but it does help with damage reduction.
Yep. So, Robert, if you actually go to the compendium and just type in the word moon, the moon touch sword is actually an item that you should be able to drag and drop into your inventory onto your character sheet. And essentially, all those baddies that were taking half damage because they were resistant to non-magical weapons, this is going to chew through that, and you'll deal full damage.
Can you say all that again? I'm sorry. Mom wanted to talk to me. So.
Okay. If you, well, we know where the pecking order is established in this household, don't we? If you go to the compendium and just type in moon.
Mod.
Here we go. Okay. It's very weird with this update.
You're goofy.
Yes. And you'll see moon
need a
touch
doofus
sword
emote.
comes up. You can drag that right onto your character sheet. And yep, and that is going to enable you to deal full damage on creatures that have a resistance to non-magical weapons.
I mean, you could also just, you have a longsword in your inventory, you could
I
just
will.
rename it.
Yep,
I will get that
absolutely.
made.
It's going to use the same stats as your longsword.
If you ever do get a better weapon, Lau is interested in having it. It has like elvish runes and stuff on it.
All right.
And it's gonna be just a light source unless you keep it sheathed. Well, that's always nice. More fighting in the dark.
Guys, I'm not going to prepare catnap today. We don't have catnap.
¿Por qué?
It's a really good spell if you're doing a dungeon crawl.
It's not. That's not very notch of you, dude.
It's not.
Yeah.
When he's right, he's right. I mean,
I love it. I love it. How to know that we've been gaming together for a while. All right. Is there do you guys want me to pull up the map of like the
Barovia.
world map.
Yeah.
That way you guys can, because it sounds like you have some options of where you'd like to go. And
Well, the nearest, on our front lawn, we can investigate the
lake.
missing girl.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and once you guys mentioned the missing girl, I mean, Lau was like, okay, the winery can wait. Let's go find the missing girl.
Yeah, it's
The-
kind
the-
of
the- It's I know we have multiple quests, but there's one that is clearly top of the list.
it's like I don't like the Vistani, but it's kid's a kid.
Ooh, how much gold was he offering?
It was
he,
a
he did
lot.
like it was.
Like 500,
Which-
I think is what he said.
Yeah, which unfortunately is going to be what Illicent is concerned with. But yeah. So
I love it.
she's in with it. And then do we know where to find him afterwards?
She'll probably
Probably
Isn't-
the
Otto will
Vistani camp
probably
right
tell.
outside town.
Isn't it?
Oh,
isn't
right.
that-
Isn't that's where like the weird creepy Slender Man thing is in the woods on the map for Velaki?
Yeah, I can bring that. Let me get you back to the map of Velaki, and I can.
There's just there's a bunch of like random pathways in the woods that just lead to this demonic circle. I guess that's
Isn't it
where they live.
this thing down here?
yes.
I believe
Yep.
so.
very good.
Yeah.
Not creepy at all.
Not not creepy at all. Correct.
Drive safe. Quick question, real quick. Sorry. It's a long sword, right?
It is.
Perfect.
Nope.
Thank you.
Nope. It's a dagger. Enjoy.
I imagine it looks like a Dark Souls long Moonlight sword.
Yeah.
Like with
yeah.
the green like almost glass looking blade.
I wouldn't. Not what I pictured, but yeah, I can see that.
It's my head canon.
It's just a normal long sword, but magic properties.
All right. So, picture yourselves at the Blue Water Inn, but I've got the big map up there. And what would you guys like to do?
Head north, I think, unless anyone has a better idea.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure the lake sounds like the best option currently, and then we go check the winery after we find this kid and save him.
All right.
And yeah, I'm picturing Sting when it's glowing.
Ah,
The blue.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's fair. That's all the same
It's
sort of.
yeah, it's same vibe either way.
Illicit
would
will
act-
ask. Go ahead.
Sorry, I would actually ask if we would want to talk to what's her name, or his name, or its name, or the name.
The name.
The name.
Oh, the innkeeper?
No. The I keep blinking on names. I don't know why.
The alcoholic guy.
No. It's the name that popped up twice last session. The burgomaster told us about that.
Oh, Voctor. Like it wasn't Violet.
Fiona.
Fiona. Thank you.
Oh, that's why it was a she. Oh, it's right. But not first, but I would
Yeah.
say second, because she's also the one that got the spawns.
Well, let me ask you
into the
this,
town.
Simon. What would the plan be? Go ask her, hey, are you in league with Strahd?
Maybe. I don't know what you're
I
talking
mean,
about.
it's a good
Well, we
question.
could case the town, and then between my familiar, the invisibility spell, and Victor, we have some good reconnaissance tools. If we can just find out where they live, and
Sure.
maybe like
I was thinking more of like we say, hey, Henrik kind of died. We heard that you two were kind of like close business partners, so we wanted to let you know and try to get some information that way. And
Well,
it's
let's
something-
fine tune that a little bit.
We can think of that plan while we go save this kid.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, I agree. We're
multitask.
gonna have to confront the Voctors
Yep,
sometime.
yeah.
I just
Yeah.
how long do we have until the festival of the Burning Sun, Blazing Sun?
The Festival of the Blazing Sun is going to take place in 4 days.
Okay. That's awesome. Illicent will ask Zayden how he's doing. She'll just be like, I'm sorry. Lab tried to get you out sooner, and I assume that everyone was gonna, if you were in danger or something, they were gonna do something. But
I like that. They were going to do something. Illicent
hey,
sexual.
she's honest. I mean,
Yeah.
I need a bath.
um,
And he's just like trying to like lick off any tomato left, but it's like
yeah,
so dried up on his skin now.
she'll offer to magically clean you if you're okay with that.
I'm good. Yeah, sure.
Yep, she will in 5-foot sections. It'll be the Back to the Future, like dry cleaning vest kind of thing.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
What a shame. The only tomato in all of Barovia. Wasted.
Um,
Not even eaten. Just completely turned to paste and then disappeared
Yes.
into thin air.
The faint smell of the start of a beautiful marinara fades to nothing as the tomato is cleaned from Zayden's head.
yeah, she sort of furrows her brow, kind of frowns at him, and Illicent kind of stares at Zayden for like a minute, and she just says, "I'm glad you're back."
Thank you. And thank you for this. It's a real talent.
Yes,
Yes,
real
yes.
talking.
Less
Kids
talking,
dying,
more
let's
walking.
go.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, we're good.
All right, so the party heads towards Lake Zarovich.
Some would say the seat of his power.
At the foot of a mountain, nestled in the misty forest, is a large lake. The water is perfectly still and dark, reflecting the black clouds overhead like a monstrous mirror. Pulled up along the south shore are 3 small rowboats. A fourth can be seen in the middle of the lake, with a lone figure in it, fishing pole in hand.
We never learned the town drunk's name, did we? We just knew him as a town drunk.
No, we knew the name. I just can't remember it.
Bluto.
Yeah, Bluto. Yeah.
Yeah, I just shout out, "Hey, Bluto, you see anyone?"
Bluto does not respond.
Of course not.
Well, I'm looking for the scale here. Is he 2 miles out, or is...
He is about 400 feet from the nearest shore.
Okay, so yeah, I'm shouting he's just not hearing or he doesn't care. It's that fuck you scene with the distance.
Oh, I'll use thaumaturgy and shout out his name.
Well, that'll do it.
Yeah, that might do it. Give it a shot.
He doesn't even look up. He is, every so often, he bends over in the boat and sits up and tosses his line over the side of the boat with a fishing rod in his hand.
Hey,
Um, okay. What is? Did you mention that? Like, can we see the other side of the lake, or is it like foggy or
No,
how
well, there is that pervasive mist,
yes.
but it's clear enough that you can see the other side of the lake.
any fires around at all? Just out of curiosity.
Uh,
Like looking around.
You do not see any
fires or smoke.
campfires
Yeah.
along or smoke along the distant shore.
Yeah,
Well,
Um,
looking along the entire shore of
yeah,
what we can see.
Illicent. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I was just gonna say, I think ultimately we're going to be walking to the left here, because I think the girl came up the river. Is that right?
We should talk to him. He's the only clear eyewitness that would be able to tell us if he's seen someone.
Okay.
That being said, not my job. I'm gonna turn in. I'm gonna sort of find a place to sit down, and then I want to get a. There hasn't been a storm lately or anything, right? Like tracks in the sand or shore, at least. I guess it's not sand, probably. Wouldn't be like wiped away or anything.
There has not been any recent rain or anything, and you can clearly see footprints leading from the town back and forth to the shoreline where these three boats are hauled up onto the beach.
Oh, there's boats here. Okay.
There's three of them.
Excellent. Illicent's gonna switch site with Caraptra and kind of just try to quickly scan this entire bank without crossing the river, and see if she can see anything. Bird's eye view, so to speak.
Okay. Using sight, go ahead and give me a perception check, please.
I believe it can be within 100 feet of me, so I'll do that.
All right.
Let me get Chiraptra. I believe she has advantage on nope, on hearing. She's a bat. So perception.
There are footprints along the beach, but you really can't distinguish between size, depth, or anything like that.
Okay, I'll tell you what. If Caraptor can spot them, Illicent will walk to them and investigate them herself.
Okay.
That'll probably take me a while, so everyone else can.
All right.
Yeah.
So Illicent is combing the beach, hot on the trail of something. What would the rest of the party like to do?
I mean, if she has a trail, I'm gonna follow and ask her like, what's up?
Leading the pack on the
You found
doofus
someone?
trend. Good job.
Yeah, she'll sort of share her her process. She'll say,
It's the way that you say it sometimes
see
too.
if there's
It's like doofus.
any movement. If something happened to her, it might not have been at the lake. It could have been on the way to it or on the way back. So
Yep, might as well.
We could
I'll
just
look for footprints, look for signs of struggle of any kind.
yeah, up
See if
and
she
down
maybe
the
fall
shore.
back.
Is that what you're suggesting? Up and down the shore?
yeah, we actually should check to see if there's like a fifth boat that is missing. Like the Bluto has one. Maybe she took one. That makes sense.
This does not require any sort of roll. There are three boats hauled up on the shore, and the track in the sand from a keel of a boat leads from the beach into the lake. You can assume that would be the boat that Bluto now occupies.
Like there's only ever 4 boats. There isn't a fifth one missing. Okay.
Exactly.
Maybe we should try one of the boats, or I could might be able to speak to him directly.
I mean, I could always ask a fish if they saw anything. Or fish.
Yeah.
Well, why don't a few of us go out and talk to Bluto in a boat, and the others of you can investigate tracks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's why I'm going with Illicent looking for the tracks.
So, I suggest Zayden comes with Simon and Lau to go talk to Bluto. Mostly because Zayden is strong and can row.
Oh. Well, you also got a great personality.
So you got that going for you, big guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
And Lau and Simon can talk to this Bluto character and, try and be friendly.
All right.
And Victor, I don't know what you want to do.
I think I'd be better used looking for tracks than talking to a drunk in a boat.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's have Lau and Illicent. Just roll me a straight d20 to see which group is going to go first. All right. Very well. Zidon. Rowboat. Do you each take a boat? Each boat can carry 4 people.
Oh, I assume we're taking one boat. Yeah.
Okay. One boat it is.
That worked itself out nicely. 2 people are staying and
quite nice.
4 people are going.
Let's
I think
see.
I think three are going.
Yep.
Oh, my bad. Okay.
Yeah.
Still well. Still good.
Zidon. Roll me. We'll make it an athletics check. DC 10. First round. There you go.
Lau absolutely pulls the old man card. He's like, young Zidon, I don't suppose you. And I know Zidon's super old, but young Zidon, I don't suppose you'd mind hauling me and Simon out there.
It's the whole who's older game once again. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. All right.
We don't know. I look like I'm 20.
Yep.
All right, Zidon. Having never rown a boat before, there must be some salt water in those veins somewhere, son, because you deftly row out towards Bluto. And when you get within about 100 feet, I've got to roll. Bluto is not really looking at you. His attention is drawn to the far shore. Like he's looking in that direction. He's got his back to the party, and is kind of has no idea that the party is approaching. Could I get everyone except Zidon, because in a rowboat, his back he's looking out the stern. He's looking where you guys are coming from, more or less, right? Correct?
Mm-hmm.
So
Yes.
if I could get Simon and Lau to give me a perception check, please.
13.
I'll slap on a quick guidance.
All right.
On you or me?
I was gonna do me, but I think it would be better.
No, do it on you.
Oh, fudge biscuits.
I know.
He'd already rolled. Technically, you can't.
Yeah. No, Bluto is just fishing. You close to within 50 feet. Wow. Go ahead, Lau and Simon. Make this roll with advantage, please, as you get closer.
Perception?
Yes.
This time you get the guidance.
Okay.
Well, 25. You're not gonna need it. He has. Lau has crushed it. Lau.
Yes.
As your rowboat closes to within 50 feet, and you're kind of, trying to observe that keen elven eyesight, you notice something is moving inside a burlap bag that has been draped over one of the bench seats in Bluto's boat.
Oh no.
He still does not notice the party approaching.
Lau will say to the others, not loud, but get us close, Zayden. Something isn't right here. Simon, perhaps none of that booming voice stuff right now. Let's get as close as we can before he panics.
We're all gonna die, aren't we?
I would just slowly creep,
Uh-huh.
but like occasionally rock the boat just to scare Simon a slight bit.
Simon, a bead of sweat rolls down the nape of your neck as you suddenly realize that you're in the middle of a lake in a rowboat with heavy armor on. Uh-oh. The rowboat approaches and pulls right up alongside Bluto's watercraft.
Why'd you call it a watercraft, Mike?
and with that,
are you kidding me?
Reuven and Illicent. Oh, come on. You got to have a little bit of theatrics here.
Well done, Mike. I'm going to run and use the bathroom. I'll be right back, fellas.
Absolutely. This is going to go fairly quickly, I would imagine. Reuven, Illicent, you are now kind of really beginning to investigate the footprints and things of that nature.
Sorry, where's Snave?
I'm here. I'm with you guys.
Yep.
There we go.
It's Victor as well, yeah.
Yep, sorry. My apologies.
You're good.
Victor. Okay. So, give me an investigation check. One person rolls for the party, but since you're all helping out, go ahead and make this roll with advantage. You're looking for better than a DC 15 on this one.
Illicent.
Done.
Nailed it. Nailed it.
Figure out which tracks I'm following for me.
All right. So, what you discover as you approach the footprints in the sand that Chiraptra noticed, coming from the west, traveling eastward, are a smaller set of footprints. And as they approach the shoreline where the boats are stored, or have been stored, but not quite to them, they stop and end. In front of those footprints traveling west to east, you see a larger set of footprints that then turn around and retreat back towards the boat. And I'm going to ask Reuven, as the tracker extraordinaire, to go ahead and give me a survival check with advantage.
I was going to say, I'm actually also proficient, so I could assist him to give him advantage for sure.
Yep, absolutely.
Also, Jedi, I have +6, so either of us can probably roll.
Yeah, we're both +6.
Yeah.
So.
But go ahead.
Well,
you're the tracker of the group, so yeah, makes more sense for you to do it.
All right.
19.
Reuven, you notice that the trail leading back to the boats, that leads back up to the skid mark that was in the sand, that obviously from the boat that Bluto is took from the shore. As those footprints head back eastward towards the boats, the depression in the sand is deeper than the ones leading from the boats westward.
Right. So, little kid got picked up and put in a boat, is what it seems like.
Sure does. And at just about this moment, as the
Reuven,
light bulb,
Reuven figures out, goes shit, and starts booking it towards boats.
yep. And as you turn around It is at this moment that Zayden, Simon, and Lau have arrived at Bluto's fishing expedition. Bluto's charters, right? And we return to our group in the boat.
Yes.
All right. Please, I'm going to have you within 10 feet. Describe what you want this group to do.
I'm panicking.
Hold it together, Simon.
Why did I agree to this? This is dumb. This is dumb. This is so dumb.
Side and get me as close as you can. I'll get in there and see what's in that burlap sack.
I will get extremely closer.
Okay.
So Lau is standing up on the boat, Mike.
Yep.
He's ready to jump, ready to, with your approval, make an acrobatics check to jump from boat to boat.
You are within
Whoa,
10.
whoa,
You
I'll
are
do
within
better.
10 feet.
You have something better, Zayden?
I can, in case anything happens, we can tie the boats together.
That's awesome.
All right. So I guess
So we'll do just that.
Lau, when would you like to make your leap?
Honestly, I'd just as soon do it before the guy notices us.
Okay.
Zayden, I think tying ropes is going to take time, and I might need you to catch a package.
Wonderful.
Yeah. So I'm just going to jump right over and check this out. At this point, can we see that the burlap sack is? It's. We're not talking about a rat in a bag here.
Oh no, this is
Yeah. Okay.
I mean,
You're seeing Wriggling.
Normal
probably
bait.
seeing him
My
open
first
the
thought
front
was the
door.
girl, but second was like, he's got fish in there, and we're gonna go over there, whoop this guy's ass, and open his bag of fish.
That's awesome.
Yeah, you're probably seeing him, and then if you
you know what?
glance at the shore, you're seeing Reuben bulking it towards the boats.
I'll do this just for shits and giggles.
Sure.
A DC 5 perception check, please, Dr. Lau.
Okay, I cannot fail this.
There we go.
Okay.
As you stand up and get ready to make your leap, you survey their surroundings. There is a wicker basket in the boat, devoid of any fish. There is a burlap bag, and there is the distinctive outline of a humanoid wriggling inside said burlap bag.
Okay, as soon as it's possible, I'm jumping.
I would say that 10 feet. And what's your standing broad jump?
My strength is 12, so I think it's 12 feet in D&D. Is that right?
If you have 10 feet of lead up.
Oh, that's right. That's true, and I don't have the feat that does better than that.
So you're going to get 5 feet closer.
Yeah.
I'm going to make one more perception roll for the Bluto.
Yep.
You close to 5 feet. He is hyper focused on fishing.
Awesome.
This is it's a 5 foot from a boat to a boat.
I assume it's pretty difficult. I mean,
not really. It's a
Maybe
rowboat.
for mortal men.
Yeah, it's a rowboat. But you've got the forward momentum. Let's make it a DC 15.
Okay, sounds good. Here comes an acrobatics check.
Hang on.
Yes.
Simon, anything you'd like to do?
I want to go home.
Okay. I was thinking more of it starts with the letter G, ends with idents.
Yep, I got
there
it.
We
go. Already planning, don't you worry.
There we go. Go ahead.
Many thanks.
Oh!
Okay.
Wow.
Stuck. I mean, just made it, so I'll flavor it as you push off from the bow of the boat that you're in, and every action has an equal and opposite reaction. So the force of your leap kind of stops the forward progress of Zayden rowing
Yes.
and actually kind of goes backwards in the water. And I mean, you're aboard Bluto's watercraft, but that was a lot closer than you would have.
Yeah.
It's certainly not like you're
Yeah.
jumping on dry land.
Right.
What is your strength score, by the way?
Me? 12.
12.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, you'd only be able to jump 6 feet. So yeah.
Right. Yep, that makes sense.
All right.
Sort
so
of.
at
It
this-
sort of makes sense because you're like a well-practiced monk. Like,
Yeah.
anyways, yeah, sorry.
Plus, +5 acrobatics. And I think acrobatics made more sense than athletics here.
Oh,
I mean,
absolutely,
still,
absolutely.
6 feet, just a standing 6-foot jump forward is insane.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. Hey,
Which,
Mike.
if you want to spend the key point, you can triple that, but not necessary.
Oh, that makes sense. I forgot about that.
Yeah, step of the wind.
Mike,
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to roll initiative, but I'm definitely going to punch this fool.
I think
I
that
pity
would
the
be a really good idea if I could get every member in the boat. Actually, if I could get everyone to roll initiative, I think this is going to be over pretty quick. But just
No,
for
we don't have tokens.
You can drag him out.
just drag them out, roll them up. Doesn't
Drag
matter.
him out, yeah.
This is going to go really quick.
Man overboard.
Oh, hang on.
Yeah, I play a wizard in another game, and I have plus 13 to my.
Oh wow.
I'm a war wizard, so I get, you get your int modifier as well as I have the alert feat.
Oh, nice.
I have not rolled over 20 in an initiative yet. Plus 13.
Would you guys remind me how I can push the keyboard commands to show Bluto to everybody?
Is it Shift Z? While you have him selected?
All right, hang on.
Zayden is trying to study the boat here.
There we go.
Oh, wow! Look at that guy.
And I can't seem to drag my token out.
Oh, how rude. Let me see if I can help you.
What was that? In I think Resident Evil Village. What was that? That fish dude's name? Does anybody know?
Moreau?
Yeah, that's Moreau.
Yeah.
It just looks.
I know
Hey,
you,
it's a
you said
lifeline.
you said village, but all I can think of is where's everyone going?
Oh yeah,
Bingo.
Salvatore Moreau.
Oh yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah, I can see that. I see the resemblance.
Well, it won't even let me select my token, so I'm just gonna roll. And we can
All right.
do it. 12.
All right. Okay, Zayden. Lau has leapt from the boat. You are surprised that the forward progress from your strong work on the oars has stopped the forward progress in reaction to Lau leaping from your watercraft. You tighten your grips on the handles of the oars, take 2 more quick strokes, and if you would like, you can close the distance to the boat.
Yeah, I can close the distance.
Okay, you close the distance, you bring your oars inside. You have time enough to take a free action or a bonus action.
What?
You have where you even though you were moving, I'm ruling as the DM that it took your action to physically row the boat and store the oars. So you have a free action or a bonus action, which means you can grab onto the gunnels of Bluto's boat to hold
I
your.
can do that.
All right.
I will hold on.
All right. Victor,
That's me.
what are you doing? You're back along the shore, racing towards the boat that
Yeah,
Reuben was.
I think he races up with Reuben and begins to like pull it in, and is like, Illicent, please get in the boat. But that's all I can really do. Use my action to help pull.
Yep.
Try to get the boat in the water.
We'll have Reuben, and if that's okay with you, Reuben, unless there's something else you'd like to do.
No, that's the plan. I was getting the boat out there, so.
So Reuben and Victor are getting the boat into the water, and they turn to Illicent and say, "Oh, my lady, don't wet the edges, the hem of your clothing. Hop right in. We'll get you right out there."
Yeah, don't ruin your spell book. Get in.
Oh, okay. Is it my turn?
You're after Victor, and Gur was moving the boat. I'm after you, so I'm gonna be pushing it off. So yeah.
All right. So Illicent, you get in the boat.
Yeah, I do.
Okay. And
she doesn't
12,
look.
So
She's
I'm
not.
right behind her,
and
so.
Reuben, like you give that 2 or 3 good pushes, you're up about to your waist in water and up over the stern. You climb in. Which one of you wants to man the oars?
I got the strength, so.
Illicent just tries to stay out of the way.
All right. So we've got Victor in the bow, I guess. Reuben is in the middle seat, and Illicent would be in the stern. Think of it as like a three bench seats across a small rowboat type of thing. And we now move to Dr. Lau. You are aboard the boat, and you have completely taken Bluto by surprise. Surprise.
Outstanding. I'm just gonna unarmed strike him and try and knock him unconscious. This is non-lethal, Mike.
All right, go ahead and roll your attack. Oh, and Bluto folds up like a cheap lawn chair, smashing his forehead on the seat in front of him, and rolls over into the bottom of the boat. Like I said, this would not take much.
Okay.
Well done, because the dice were not in the DM's favor by any stretch of the imagination. You were able to approach the boat unnoticed, subdue Bluto, and ta-da, you have managed to rescue Arabelle.
Awesome. Obviously, I'll let her out of the bag, and we'll head back. But before we do,
can you show us that token?
Yeah, please.
Absolutely.
The art is so fucking good in this game. I want to see it.
It is, but doesn't it look like we just saved an eldritch creature?
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh, that's just awesome. What a hat.
Just a giant hat. She has a lot of hair.
And
before we head back, Mike,
yes,
Lau does want to make a scan of the opposite shore. It kind of looked like he was looking for something over there.
Okay.
I don't know. Do you guys see anything?
All right, so go ahead and give me a couple of perception checks. Lau?
Yeah. Nothing great. 11.
Yeah, give me one more.
One more, okay. 14. You don't see anything out of the ordinary. Okay.
However, Bluto's focus seemed to be on this, I don't even want to call it an estuary, but it was focused on this river right here.
Okay.
Right? That's kind of, he seemed to be intently looking in that direction as opposed to scanning the entire lake. And untying the burlap bag and freeing Arabelle, the three of you are not necessarily greeted with a grateful teenager. She seems to be, what's the word I'm looking for as a parent? Indignant. Like, what are you doing here? And I suppose I should say thank you. And, you know.
So the modern teenager.
Exactly. Thank you. At this point, it's whatever the party would like to do. The encounter is over. You actually ran the fucking table on this one, guys.
I mean,
How old
we
is
want to
she?
get back to shore, right, guys?
Yeah. How far
Yes,
have
please.
we gotten in before they they turn around?
I mean, you were about 100 feet offshore. You know what? Even before, I'm gonna walk that back a little bit. Reuben, you were just about to dip your oars in the water to take that first full, strong pull.
Oh, Jesus.
And Victor's like, never mind.
Yeah. Just
They-
they got him.
They have
Yeah.
finished.
It is done. You can
Oh,
you can put the boat back on the beach now.
damn it. So I have to smell like wet dog now?
That's
I get
good.
so many jokes from Lau. To start re-throwing myself
Never ending. All right, so let's get everybody back on shore. It is 6:30. Let's take a quick 5-minute break.
Yeah.
Like we typically do at our midpoint, and we will hail the conquering heroes when we return.
All right.
Yeah. Just rolling back in, grumbling and complaining. I honestly expected him to be some kind of demon in disguise with the way that guy looked.
A Kraken priest. Yeah. Casting storm magic.
I was expecting him to be like one of those weird frog demons. I forget the name of them. Nurglid. That's what I was thinking it was gonna be. With that face. I was expecting him to turn into this.
Yes, Kat.
I'm back. Sorry, I didn't let anybody else do anything there.
It's all good. I expected him to turn into something. I didn't expect him to just be a friggin' commoner.
He's just a dude, yeah. No, You know, Zayden was rowing, and it didn't seem story accurate for Simon to leap from boat to boat. So
That would have been so funny. Holy
Oh,
shit.
Oh no,
Full plate armor.
that's why I prepared just in case something were to happen. I got hold person.
I need to find something to eat though.
But I was
Exactly.
I was totally thinking it was gonna be an Urglid or something stupid like that.
yeah, I can see that.
I'll have some sandwiches.
Like, not much of a challenge, but still something
Dude,
more
we were
than
napping.
that.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, presumably we can follow up on this, but let's talk to some people first, and
Yeah.
maybe get some money.
Mm-hmm. Tells me that he's just someone who hated. That's interesting. I posted in the Discord and sent it to Roll20 too.
Oh, weird.
I don't know how that happened because I didn't do that. Did they add integration?
I don't think so.
Weird.
So here's a tech question for you guys. When I move the microphone away from my mouth, can you hear me chewing on food? I'm going to do it right now.
Not at all.
Not hearing you.
You couldn't hear that at all? That's good. Okay. I like that.
Now, help me out. What are you having for dinner? Make me jealous.
Leftover breadsticks from yesterday's dinner.
Okay.
And
all
honestly, I could not be happier.
Oh, wow. That's hunger right there, everybody.
I love me some bread.
Yeah, carbs. Love the carbs.
Yep. Absolutely.
All right. I am going to move the map back to the town of Valaki. And for obvious reasons, I'm going to put our faithful guide, Musharib, who, on the way back from the shores of Lake Zarovich, shares the tales of how the glory of Harakhammer has been fully restored, and it is a sight to behold, and the heroes of Chult are living a life of luxury from the royalties of the forge coming back to full operational strength.
We just have a stranger following us, spouting about people we don't know who they are.
Illison's like, what are you talking about, dude? He's like, oh, there's this one cat named Notch. Coolest dude ever.
We know.
I guess
the
you
only
could
thing
say
we know
he's-
about is Notch.
I guess you could say he's a cool cat.
He is a cool cat.
He is. He's like Cheshire Cheetah.
I'm not gonna lie. I keep imagining Musha Reeves like our Mr. Mixapitalik.
Mm-hmm.
He just has a Tensor's floating zest that he sits on that follows us.
Or you from Star Trek, or
You. He's there,
Alright.
but he's not.
Yeah, like he's there for flavor at this point, right? All right. I believe everybody is back.
Yep.
All right, so the party begins walking back from Lake Zarovich towards Valaki. I am making the assumption that Arabella, while not necessarily,
Yeah, how old is she?
she's a teenager. She is a human teenager, female teenager.
I mean, Illison will ask her straight up, like, Arabella, how old are you?
Give me a persuasion check.
Yeah.
Trying to persuade the DM to tell you something he doesn't know.
I was gonna say with disadvantage because she's a teenager.
While this roll is happening, he's making up an age regardless of what you roll.
Yeah.
I mean, all right. Hang on.
Yeah, she's 16. There we go.
Nice.
14. What do you want to know? Ugh. You guys ruined all my fun.
Did you want to be out there?
You wanted to drown in a river?
Do you want to drown? Does anyone want to drown? God, you're so stupid.
Then why the hell would you want that? How is that fun? What?
Just tired. Arabelle, do this. Arabelle, don't leave the town. Arabelle, you can't have any fun. Arabelle, do the. Oh. She
maybe
just.
if you listened, you wouldn't have almost died, stupid.
Oh, I love that. Pulls out a smartphone and just starts texting. That's awesome.
Yeah,
Can,
she just pulls out a book. She's like,
can-
shut up.
Yeah, can Illicent, purely for the purposes of like getting information out of her, side with Arabella?
Oh,
And be
role
like-
play the shit out of
Yeah.
it. If you want to play it for some information.
Yeah,
Ruben's
she-
being the
she's-
disappointed, annoyed, stop being stupid.
Yeah, Illicent will like, for the first time in her whole life, roll her eyes at what Reuven's saying, and she'll just say, "Don't listen to him. He got wet, so he's upset."
She's like, what are you like? My mother? Are you trying to?
Is she
be
taller
my-
than me?
Trying to be my friend? Really?
I'm 4'9", so it's just
really, Kyle?
give me a ballpark.
Is she taller? I mean,
yeah,
is
I'm
this
4'9".
the night where you put your dungeon master through the fucking ringer?
Just
We need
comparative
all- listen, we
comparative
need
to
her
my
life
height.
story. We need her life story. Everything.
How many languages does she speak?
Okay, everybody jump on the bandwagon.
I feel like this is a pretty reasonable question. I'll be honest. Is
She's
she like a lanky teenager?
slightly taller than you.
Okay.
Thin build. Black hair. Crystal blue eyes. And she has various nicks and scrapes.
Was just
on-
about to ask. Yeah.
Yeah, various nicks and scrapes on her face and
After I
arms.
inquired on her dental record, I was going to ask.
Yeah.
if she's-
She has a beautiful set of teeth. Her right rear molar does have a filling in it, made of pure
Okay.
gold.
Pure gold, you say?
Yeah.
Someone's losing a tooth.
But she will say, is it Arabella or Arabella? Actually, she'll
Arabella.
ask. Yeah.
Arabella.
She'll say, Arabella, we have a doctor with us. If you were hurt at all, you should let us know. He can help you.
Indeed, I can. I've been helping people for many hundreds of years now. I have to ask. Listen, running away is your own business, and if that's what you want to do, we certainly can't stop you. Most people don't run away in a burlap sack in the back of somebody else's boat. Could you clarify the situation for us?
I'm assuming we brought unconscious Pluto with us,
Oh,
right?
yeah, I have
Yeah.
him on a rope. I'm dragging him.
Oh,
Okay.
did we? Oh.
I hope
Tied up
so.
his hands and I'm dragging them with us.
Yeah, I'll say that at this point, Bluto has regained consciousness, but he is securely bound and being led down the trail.
I want her story before I ask his.
All right, so she's like, do you think I was like in some sort of sack race, like wandering around in a burlap bag? No, that foul fucking stinky thing grabbed me and put me in the sack and threw me into that goddamn boat and took me out. I'm just really glad he didn't do anything else with me.
You look a tad too young to have a job.
Did he?
Everybody works. Everybody has a responsibility in in at the camp, and oh my dad, he's such a pill.
Well, then I guess you weren't very good at your job, considering you got sacked.
Oh my god.
Wow.
That you don't even need to make the roll
Hey, Bluto, you want to drown him?
for the glare of
Oh.
utter teenage angst contempt that she just threw Simon.
I hide
Oh.
behind. I hide right behind Zayden.
Oh, you
Oh
must.
no! Oh no!
We're not. Yeah, we're walking. I'll try to like.
And I'm like, you're on your own.
I'll try
must,
to get a little bit of distance, but well, I'll let her finish. But
you fancy yourself as the smart, quippy one, don't you? I bet you don't have any friends. She's grasping at straws to find a way to verbally hurt you.
Well, that's a scary thing about teenagers. They know precisely where to hurt you.
Yes, don't they though?
we're having like the Negasonic Teenage Warhead and Deadpool.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I
What
like
in
long,
the
sullen.
fuck Knuckles is this? She's my girlfriend. You're talking about shit. Whoa! Pump the hate brakes, Fox and friends. I'm not surprised anyone would date you, especially Pinkie Pie from My Little Pony.
Oh God Almighty!
Illicit will try to sort of.
All the lines.
She'll try to sort of steer Arabella like 10 feet away, and we're all walking together, right? But she'll sort of like give her a little bit of distance, put herself between the party and her, girl talk. And she'll just say, "We don't think Bluto's gonna talk to us, and if he does, we're not probably gonna believe him. But if if you know why he brought you out there, or anything to help us."
Give me a persuasion check, and before you roll this one, Kyle, I'm not going to set the DC for you. I want to see what you roll before I react.
Sure. Making sure I have a re-roll if I need it.
Do you want a guidance?
I do.
Well, you have it now.
Excellent.
Since Zayden won't let me hide behind him, I'm hiding behind Illicit.
Plus a D4.
Okay.
Unfortunately, that's pretty good for me, so I'm gonna keep it. 14.
All right. Arabella.
Oh, can I also do something?
Sure. You can do whatever you want. This is the best part about D&D.
I will read her mind while she's talking.
Oh.
Get those surface thoughts, and if you want, you can go deeper.
Yeah, I'll stick with some surface thoughts.
So now we found out.
I'm asking her what she knows, so hopefully that provokes the surface thoughts to be guided toward.
All right.
Now we know who the mean girl of this friendship is.
All right, hang on. I need to.
Illicent. This kid is worth 500 gold. That's all she needs to.
Yes. Yeah. I'm gonna pin this one up, and I'm gonna have to make a. I'm just gonna throw it up there. So. Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Yep.
Yeah, and she didn't even have a save because it's surface thoughts. Unless I go deeper, it's not a save.
Yeah, I don't want to go deeper because if I do, then whether she fails or not, she knows that I'm reading her mind. So I'm just doing the surface one.
Okay. Arabella responds to you, and I almost want to treat this spell as almost like a lie detector test at the same time, where it's surface thoughts like, is she coming up like with a cover story?
Yeah.
Right? To placate you, or is she like, this is, you asked a question, her brain fires, right? You understand where I'm going with
Absolutely.
this? And
she could also just be, oh God, shut up already.
Right. And Arabella says that she had ran away from her overbearing father in the camp because she wanted to enjoy some freedom. And that, like, she was captured by Bluto and said, and he uttered the words, "Maybe this will change my luck fishing." But as you scan her surface thoughts, you read her mind that she does not wish to be branded as the evil bunch of gypsies. She wants to be known as a better person. And she was looking for Madame Ava, but did not know where to find her.
Okay. So she what verbally was Illicent will sort of continue the conversation as though she doesn't know what she read, right?
Right.
So she'll say, you were heading for the lake, right? That's what you said?
I was, God, how many times do I have to explain this to you? Are you thick somehow? I was just walking along the lake. It was peaceful. It was serene. I was happy. I wasn't at that goddamn camp. And then that friggin' brute, she kind of points to Bluto, grabbed me and threw me in that fucking bag.
I think you were looking for something. I can tell.
You can't? Well, if you know so much, what was I looking for? She's obviously shaken.
She'll look sagely, sort of like up in the sky, kind of like tap her chin, and she says, "You were looking for someone to help you."
Roll me a persuasion check, please.
Another 9. Oh no, I rolled 9 on the die. I'm gonna use my reroll. Here.
Okay.
Typical Kyle move.
Yep.
Awesome.
Yeah. Well, Kyle, I just want you to know that, and there's no polite way to put this. You had succeeded on the roll of a 9 because I rolled a 1, and
Gotcha.
that's painful.
I mean,
yeah, I know.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
I know. God bless you, and that's the part that makes you the awesome person that you are. Arabella is crestfallen. A tear rolls down her cheek. And she says, "Yes. Yes, I don't belong with my father. He tries. He's got his rules. And he's so rigid. And he just doesn't. There's good here. Even here, there's good. And I just need to get away from just all this negativity." And he came back to camp days ago in a rage about being cast out by Madame Ava, and I figured that if if she cast him out, then that might be the source of good that I need. Maybe that's where the answer lies.
We this group, we came to Vallaki from Barovia, and we passed by the Tizer pools, and we spoke with a woman named Madame Ava. I've met her.
You you have? What's she like? What does she look like? How tall is she?
She will. Nice.
What's her dental records?
She Illicent will click her pen and she'll air draw it. She'll do her like magic pen thing, and she'll
awesome.
start to sketch out. It's probably handheld or something. She needs a surface, but so because we're walking, she's not just gonna leave it hanging in the air. But she can like her magic ink, like she can like make it disappear. So she's just gonna take a sheet of paper out and sketch, and hand the sketch over.
She looks like a grandmother. That's awesome. What does she smell like?
Incense.
Oatmeal cookies,
Yeah.
brownies, apple pie, all the good things in life.
She was very insightful, even when we didn't ask.
Do 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 you think you could take me to her? Please.
We're going.
Please, I don't want to go back.
She looks at her for a moment.
The DM grins wickedly at making a moral choice be forced upon the party.
I
Well,
kind of
the
wanted to ask
answer
her
is
to
no.
It's
insight.
okay. Yeah, it's okay.
The answer is no, because we can't go by the hags right now. They're kind of mad at us.
Fortunately, I forfeit making a moral choice. Difficult by playing this character. Yeah, Illicent says the last time that we met Madame Ava, she told us that she would find us again when we needed to, if we needed to speak to her. I don't think she's there anymore.
Roll deception.
Yeah.
By the way, Mike, can I make a insight check to see if she's like genuinely fearful, of actual abuse, or if she's trying to play the pity cards, like, "Hey, I'm still a kid, remember? You're gonna do what I want."
Absolutely. Go ahead and roll that insight.
Hey,
Simon, everything in your soul, because I know you have one, tells you that Arabella is being 100% sincere. That even though she's a teenager, she is struggling with a question of conscience and has made a decision at a young age that she wants to be a better person. And when Illicent answered yeah, we met Madame Ava, her eyes opened up and there was this hope, there's this expression of excitement, wonderment, um, that she might be able to, um, like, do you think you could take me to her? That was very, very, very sincere. Um, Illicent. Arabella's.
I also want to say that
let me finish
yeah,
this
yeah.
description before you continue. After your she said she'd come find us. We're not really sure where she might be.
She's where she's where she's needed is kind of what I was
Yeah,
trying to yeah.
and she's like, her shoulders drop, her head drops, she's deflated. just my luck. Now what am I gonna do?
I would whisper like the discovery to Illicent. Like she genuinely wants to like not be with her father. Maybe I could use this weird spell. Maybe it might reach her. Madam Ava, I mean. I really don't want to, but this kind of this tugs at my heartstrings, man.
There's 500 gold on the line, you fool. Suddenly you're nagging about me for not negotiating a better price on a 3 gold piece friggin' holster, but all of a sudden now you've got a moral issue with money? What the hell? Make up your mind.
Illicent says that. No, no, she kind of gives you a side eye and almost imperceptibly like just shakes her head no. Doesn't try not to let Arabella see her. And she says, your father needs to know that you're safe. And we don't know him. He's not going to believe us unless he sees you. So right now, what we have to do is go back to your camp.
Oh, she's doing the trudge of I thought you were my friend, but you're just like all the rest of them. And with that,
she's going to give her the sketch to keep.
Okay.
I thought you were the cool teacher.
Yep. and with that, the party is approaching. You're about 100 yards away from the north gate of the town of Valaki.
I think we should talk to Bluto before we pass through.
Yes, we should also go around town and not bring him through.
Okay.
Yes, let the Vistani do what they will with him.
All right. So go ahead if you want to begin to interrogate Bluto.
Yeah, I think I just tug on the rope that I'm dragging by and just, hey, doofus, why do you try to kill a kid?
Where is she?
Whoa. Slow down.
All right.
How about a quick little...
Smack upside the head?
I'm just tugging on his rope. Why'd you try and kill a kid?
This is an option.
Yeah, you want to.
That's rad. Yeah.
All right. Go ahead. I guess.
Oh my god.
It takes 10 minutes to cast, though.
If
I can do it as we're walking.
No. Casting time one action.
Casting time is one action.
Oh yeah, duration's 10 minutes.
Zayden and Illicent would make a frightening interrogation team.
Yeah.
Boy, isn't that the truth? And keep that in mind. All right. Time to switch from Arabella, the angry teenager, to Bluto, the town drunken fisherman. It's no fish. It's just no fish. I try fish. Every day. I used to catch the fish, then there's no more fish, and just want fish. That's all. Didn't know. Tried maybe, her make me catch some fish.
Are you that? What? I'm just gonna tug on the rope harder.
What?
Wake up!
Why?
the hell's wrong with your brain?
Why are you pulling on me? Just want to go home.
You
wanna
tried to kill a kid for fish?
No, not kill. No, not kill. No killing. Just sacrifice. Yeah, sacrifice. That's it. Catch the fish.
Well, that's much
Sacrifice.
better.
Catch the fish.
I think I just bap him on the back of the leg for that.
Ow! Why
what
you hit me all the
exactly-
time?
What exactly was the plan? You had her in a sack, but you weren't throwing her into the lake, so clearly you weren't just going to dump her in there. Exactly how was having this girl in a sack going to help you catch more fish? What was the process?
He like that drunken. Come here. I got something I want to tell you. Come here.
Oh no, he's the mirror guy.
Yeah, Lau gets closer. Lau gets closer.
Nibble. Not
Oh,
nipple.
she's yeah.
Not nipple. Nibble. I'm not
So-
that guy. No, I'm
so
not
she's-
that guy.
She's bait. Is that what you're suggesting?
No, not bait. Duh. Not
Is-
bait.
Do you think she is a good luck charm?
Sacrifice? Wait.
So what? What are you
what?
sacrificing her? Stupid?
Listen, you don't understand anything. Not catching fish for the days and weeks. No, for more fish, and that got a drink at the Blue Water Inn.
How were
out
you? How
of
were
money.
you planning on sacrificing her?
Oh,
What was the
nibble,
process?
nibble. You talk in circles, old fella. Here, I'll explain it to you. Really,
Is
quick.
Nibble a person?
If
No, nibble, yeah, hook fish, nibble on the hook, dummy.
unless anybody has objections with this, quick
Yeah.
lesser restoration.
Yeah, I
So-
was about to. I was about to turn. Just does anyone have the ability to sober him up? So yeah.
Yeah, no, that's
Alright.
good.
Slapping him works, but
No, Zayden does technically. Oh yeah, that also works.
Simon, I think that's a good plan.
All right.
Yeah, sober him up, please.
Ow! My head! Ow! Ow!
I'm
Oh.
sorry about that, but you had kidnapped a girl.
I'm sorry. I
Alright, that
hate dealing
didn't
with drunk
mean-
customers.
It didn't mean any harm. I mean, well, that's not entirely true. Ow, it's so bright out here. You guys look around and it's like not bright.
Right. It's Barovia.
Obviously, he's now gone from drunk to hungover, and he's got his hand up over his eyes to like make it a little darker, and he says, "Okay, look, you caught me. My job, I go out and I catch fish to help feed the town. I take the money and I go to the Blue Water Inn and I just drink. He's the town drunk. I'm the town drunk, right? And people tolerate me because I help feed the town and I like drinking. But it's been like a week and a half and I haven't caught any fish. I mean, there's always been fish. And I've tried everything. I've tried praying. I've tried changing bait. I've tried changing lures. I've tried everything I know to try to catch fish, and I can't catch fish. So I was at wit's end. I was running out of money. I was about to sober up, and trust me, I can't have that. So I saw her. He points over to Arabella, thinking, you know what? Nobody in Valaki likes the Vistani. They're not gonna care. But maybe, just maybe, if I rode out into the lake with a sacrifice, put my line in the water. I don't really want to kill anybody, but I was waiting to get like a nibble, a bite on my hook as a sign that what I had in mind was going to be well received, and if I got just the slightest hint that I was going to catch anything, yeah, you caught me.
Well received. Wait.
I was going to throw her in the lake as a sacrifice. Then I could catch plenty of fish. The town would be fed, and I would be happy. I wouldn't run out of money, and I could stay drunk. But I got to tell you right now, with this splitting headache, it's like there's a little bastard between my ears with a hammer and anvil. I'm almost praying for death right now. Do any of you have any booze? Because this fucking hurts.
Well received by who? Sacrifices require someone to receive the sacrifice.
The fish god, I don't know. I'm desperate. Come on.
This sounds like a horrible plan that ended up horribly.
Oh, Judgy McJudgy Pants. Have you ever been without food or drink?
Yes.
Or everybody in the town looking at you like you're a complete and total failure? I've got one job, catch fish. I was good at it. Now I can't catch a cold.
Pluto, we got within a whisker's width of you without you noticing because your attention was fixated on the far side of the lake. We were watching you. What were you looking for? Be honest.
Victor takes his spear off of the holster strap off of his back and just starts stalking towards Bluo.
He is zoned, right?
I'm going to oh, he's totally zoned. But I'm going to ask Dr. Lau to give me a persuasion check, please.
Okay. Not my best thing.
And I've got to, you'll have to.
Good roll.
Wow.
What a time.
All right.
Sorry, Mike. I clicked it before you started talking.
Yep. No, that's fine. And I had to go back and read the Zone of Truth to make sure that I didn't fuck this up. But your persuasion check, right? Absolutely. Yeah. He was gonna try to lie, and then I realized, oh, he can't.
Right.
So I took that roll as the spell DC save, and he still failed it. So
you can just not talk too. I mean,
yeah.
Well, I think that's what the persuasion check was for. It's
to get him to give you information.
Yeah.
And he said, "That goddamn mad mage of Mount Baratok. I'm pretty sure it's his fault. Man, and I don't know what he wants. Every time, most days when I come down to fish, he stands on the far shore mocking me, but he wasn't there today, and I was just trying to catch sight of him. Maybe if he saw me, I'd hold up. I'd take her out of the bag and hold her up. Let her know what I was going to do. I just want to catch some fish, man. That's all. I don't know what to do."
You've answered to two people. To Arabella. And to her family. And then
terrified.
I think Victor calls Arabella over. This man wronged you.
Yeah. Did.
And then
now that I know what his intentions were, I thought that maybe he was going to take me across the lake and I don't know. I don't know what his plans really were, but I mean, look at him. Pretty sure I could outsmart that fool. But he was going to drown me? I didn't think about that.
Pluto, close your eyes.
Surrounded by idiots.
Oh, that's awesome.
Wickedness abounds in this world, young lady. You're going to have to be a little more cautious. We could surrender him to the town or to the Vistani.
I'm pretty sure the town's not gonna give a crap about him trying to drown a Vistani kid.
I think they'd want to know that he was willing to murder, just so
But-
they keep an eye on their own children.
Here's another problem. How would the Vistani actually act
Dispense
in
justice.
this way? Well, not to him, because if you think about it, we do have to tell we should tell the burgomaster, because if we just send him over to the Vistani and they end up, as you said, issuing harsh justice, then wouldn't the town kind of view that as the Vistani
That's true.
are
It could
actively-
make a mess of the diplomacy between the Vistani and the people of where are we? Starts with a V. Vallaki. Thank you.
Yeah.
It could make a mess of things between the Vistani and Vallaki.
But if we tell the burgomaster, then he might want to do this himself. I'm so like, either way we do something bad. I
All right.
don't like it.
Doctor,
I'll let you guys sort this out. You got to
Yeah.
excuse me for 2 seconds. I got to use the men's room.
Sure. Yeah. What's up, Kyle or Ellison? Sorry.
consider this. If he really is as useful to the town as he says he is, they might not care what he did.
He
Yeah,
should face
not to
justice
mention,
for what he did.
The
Well,
town
let-
doesn't like the
I
Vistani all
don't.
that much.
So
Exactly.
it's a
like,
choice between people they hate and someone who they find useful.
Well, that depends on if they already want to start something with the Vistani. They're just they just need an excuse.
Outside of how they feel about the Vistani, they might rather
Not
have a
the
fisherman.
police. It is not my job to punish this man one way or another. If we give him to the Vistani, there could be war is a big word. There's not that many Vistani, but there could be active conflict between the two, and that sounds real bad.
More
For
tension
them,
than there already is.
we will move to them a winery, and they can handle their own political however they would like. This man should face justice at the Vistani's hands for what he did to their daughter.
I'm willing to be swayed. I just.
Yeah, that's less of a. Ellison doesn't have a lot of skin in this game, but
Yeah, that's this guy's
she,
this guy is willing to drown a child. I mean, I don't really care that much about protecting him.
right.
So-
But she's less trying to convince you of one thing or another, and just trying to be like,
Yeah,
if you
it's
think
a
that
thought
he,
experiment. It's a
yeah,
thought-
if you think that the town is going to do something about it, about this, and do the right thing, you have misread this situation. This whole Barodian situation.
Thank you, everyone, for your indulgence.
It's not really about that. If we take him to the Vistani, he definitely dies.
Yep.
So it's just a question of, is that the move we want to make? And Lau was an obstetrician. I mean, he's very happy to hand this guy over to the Vistani. It just it's
I
a
will
citizen of Vallaki. If the Vistani execute him and it becomes a known thing, like that could be a thing that has to be contended with.
To be honest, in Simon's mindset, he's like he should face justice, but at the same time, he's like, but fuck the Vistani.
Yeah. Ruben's like, he doesn't give a shit who it is. It's a kid. You don't hurt kids.
Yeah. So it's interesting, Simon, that you say that because, maybe I've misread the entire campaign. I've never felt like the Vistani brought us here.
neither.
I think we were
Well-
just with them when we came here.
Oh no,
Yeah.
I felt the
No,
Vistani
no,
have
he-
been evil
he-
bastards this whole
He
time.
completely blames them for everything
Okay.
that has happened
The-
so far.
Yeah,
Well,
Illison's
Lau-
not in that camp.
Lau-
She
Lau has
literally-
not interpreted it that way.
Illicent was saved off the road and is only with this group of people because she has
Yeah.
a unique relationship with the Vistani.
No, Lau
Ruben's
thinks they've been very
like-
nice.
fuck
Actually.
the Vistani.
Like I'll put it this way: he was brought here against his will,
Yep.
in the most frightening place he could ever imagine, and
Yeah,
he
no,
was cursed.
Yeah, I get it.
So he's like he's not really like any chance that he can get he'll fuck over the Vistani, but it's kind of like petty wise. He's like
Yeah.
he really doesn't care. He'll
Okay.
give the child over, like back over, no problem. But
See, Lao is simpler than that. It's like the Vistani have been nice. They've told stories. They've given food, shared food. You know, Madame Ava cured him of a curse that he got. You know, it's
They gave us gifts. Yeah.
yeah. It's in Lao's opinion, the Vistani have been nice. Now, we can argue about whether or not they're the ones who brought us here, and maybe Lao hasn't thought about that correctly. I don't know, but he does not see the Vistani as the bad guys in this.
Yeah, Reuben sees them as they brought us here, and then when we asked them to take us back, they said no. So fuck them and fuck everything about
Yeah.
them.
No, I get it. I get it. It's a very reasonable thought. Yeah. So sure, let's take him to the Vistani.
Okay.
He was willing to kill this
Yeah.
girl. It's not.
Reuben doesn't care much either way. He's just the
Yeah.
kid's safe. We get money if we bring it, so that's good enough for him. But we don't
Yep.
really need the money. He was just to save the kid.
Yep.
So he's
Okay.
like, the kid, he's free to leave the kid, let her go, and just watch this guy make sure he doesn't stay drunk for a week to punish him. Is his opinion.
So Mike, there was a little bit of sort of an assumption on your part that we were coming back through the town. I was actually assuming we were going to take the river.
All right. So
And I didn't say anything at the time, or walk down the side of the river is what I meant.
well,
I didn't say anything at the time because it seemed like that's what the story was going. But
okay.
I don't know.
So I was actually understanding. I left it open.
Yeah.
There was like a not knowing what the party wanted to do. I intentionally put the map up of the town of Valaki, but left you north of the gate
Right. Yeah.
to role play out what you wanted to do.
Sure.
And, down the river or around the outside of the Palisades, out of the view of the town guards, not going to be an issue. I wanted to give the party the choice to
Sure.
either enter the town or go to the camp, the Vistani camp, which is on the same map.
Yeah. So we'll be going to the Vistani camp.
Okay.
Unless anybody has an objection. It sounded to me like that's what everybody was thinking.
Yeah,
I agree with
unless
that.
Bluto is saying anything, trying to object, like he has me, he's like, I'm gonna die or something. Yeah, I'm sure he's hearing this whole conversation.
So I did step away for part of the conversation. So just I want to make sure that as the DM, I kind of get a clearer picture. The party's talking amongst themselves, and is it fair to say that the party said, Jesus, if we take him to the Vistani camp, they're probably going to execute him?
Yeah.
Is that a fair statement?
And it turns out we're actually okay with that.
Yeah, it's
okay.
Do we let him die? I mean, he's the fisherman of the city. But if he's not catching fish, what's the point of him?
He's absolutely terrified and begins begging and pleading for his life. Just let me go. Just let me go. Nobody needs to know about this.
Either way, you're getting in trouble.
Just I'll buy you drinks at the Blue Water Inn. Just I can help. I just tell me what you need me to do. I mean, he's trying to come up with anything to save his hide. Just don't take me to the Vistani camp, and I need to make one more D20 roll to see if he can pull the rabbit out of his hat. Oh, so he says, kind of like the final plead argument. Let's be honest. nobody in Vallaki gives a shit about the Vistani. You can walk me through those gates, tell the town guard exactly what happens. I'll accept my fate. I'll take my chances with the town of Vallaki. But you still have the girl and can bring her back to the village and collect your reward. Isn't that what the deal was? You can walk away with this with a clear conscience.
It doesn't sound right to me. You'd be getting away pretty much scot-free.
The burgomaster will probably punish me.
The burgomaster loves punishing people.
Hang on.
I mean,
That's true.
I mean,
Group huddle, group huddle.
honestly, do you want my death weighing upon your consciences? You
No,
don't.
we don't really care.
You
It
don't
does
have.
not.
You don't have. If you don't care, then what difference does it make? What difference does it make? You don't have to be the court, the judge, the jury, and the executioner. Walk me up to the town gate. Tell them what I've done. I'll cop to it. I'll completely cop to it. Turn me over to the town guards. Let me be judged. I'll accept my fate. But I know I'd rather accept my fate than you walking me into that gathering of cutthroats I'm as sure as dead. At least this way I've got a chance.
I think Victor.
Simon.
Go ahead.
Sorry,
Simon.
go ahead.
As Victor looks around for anybody to say anything, and he kind of like pulls his mask down a little bit and his hood back just enough to show his eyes. And I have updated art for Victor's face.
Oh, I want to see it. I want to see it.
And he pulls his spear off his back, and he like stalks towards him and says, "You will face your fate with the Vistani, and if you complain one more time, I will cut your tongue out."
Victor, and just kind of like pushes him back.
Victor, roll intimidation with advantage.
All right, it's just straight zeros, but it's fine. It was more for the story of it than actually
I
to
like
do
it.
anything. But
yeah, Bluto. He holds your gaze for just a minute, and he knows that he's a dead man. He drops his head. He's played the best card that he has, trying to reason with the party. But what happens after this? He's pled his case.
I want to know what Arabella. I like Ellison is watching Arabella this whole time. How does she react to this guy pleading for his life?
She's too busy on her phone.
she's taking a duck-lipped selfie on the background.
Like, is she looking at him with pity or hate or indifference?
She has utter contempt and disdain for Bluto. I got to make a private dice roll because I want to kind of role play it. Yeah, she wants him to die.
That's that's the justice that
right. I mean, honestly, and just for everybody at the table to know, I rolled a d20 to see where she would be on her moral compass, so to speak. She's saying she wants to be good. She is sincere, but she is utterly pissed that she was going to be a fucking sacrifice for a few fish, and she wants him to goddamn die.
Emotional
I don't know if that makes her evil.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
She's not capable of. She's not that better person yet. She's a long ways off.
Well, that's interesting because, like, you gotta learn something about Kyle here. I wouldn't say that wanting him to die because of what he did makes her evil, but I would say a truly generous person would look past that. Does that
She's
make
not.
sense? I don't
Yeah.
think that I just moral compass moment. I don't think you're evil if you think that somebody should be condemned for the crime that they did. But I do recognize that a truly altruistic, like there's another
No,
level.
I agree. And so, in the spirit of full disclosure, because I like divulging more than I probably should. I rolled a d20. A d20 on a 20. Arabella would have said, "You know what? He just wanted to feed the village. Don't say anything. Let him go." A 1, which is what I rolled. You could slit his throat right now, and she'd be very, very excited. But no, actually, on a roll of like a 5, you could kill him now, and she'd be excited. On a roll of a 1, yeah, bring him back to my father, and let's strip his flesh. That's where she is.
Pretty metal.
Yeah, Illison doesn't really convey this, but she's pretty detached from this whole thing, and because she's detached from it, her sort of opinion of this is why not let the person this affected decide? Less of like this is the right thing to do, and more like why are we making any decision about this? How does what happens to him like he's in our custody, and outside of that doesn't really concern us. So we have somebody it concerns right here, and as long as I don't get the
I like the but what ifs that the party is mulling over.
No, it's because she's a child. That's why. I mean, I mean, I know she's a teenager, but if I let the 8th graders make the decision in my classroom, it would be pretty ugly.
Yeah. So like because Illison gets the impression that this doesn't go against Arabella's wishes, she's not going to intervene with any of this. Sounds like we're naturally going toward what the guilty party would rule forward.
I don't want to kill him, but he deserves it. Let's go.
Simon's
no one wants this to happen anyway. Now that it has, a decision must be made, right?
Yeah, exactly. Everything would be easier if I'd have thrown him off the boat and he drowned. But instead, I did non-lethal damage, and now we have to deal with this.
Sorry, Simon.
I've learned a valuable lesson.
Simon's gonna make like one more argument as he's like dragging Victor away. It's like, excuse me, 1 second. Brings Lau over. Just kind of huddles. Says, "Well, here's the thing. If we bring him to the Vistani, yeah, sure, you get your justice. But we have an in with the Burgomaster. We can actually get something worse. Like, there's much worse things than death, right? Torture, all that jazz. So if we don't go to the Vistani and instead we bring him to the Burgomaster, and maybe we'll say, oh, he was contemplating on kidnapping other kids.
I mean, he already has enough to be put in the stockades. The amount of he's drinking, he has perpetual sadness.
Simon, I hear what you're saying, but there are some other factors here. For example, Victor and Zayden need this man to go to the Vistani. I'm not so sure I disagree with them. I've spent my life bringing life into this world, and this man tried to take some out of it. Not happy about it.
Well, yeah, but
also, we don't know what the Vistani are going to do or what the Burgomaster would do. Instead, he wronged them. Let's have them deal with it. I'm sure there will be no consequences whatsoever for this decision.
Welcome to the Old Testament.
If we're lucky, we might be able to convince him to spare his life and just keep him forever. I mean, the town needs him for food, assuming we get the fish.
town has many people, and I'll bet somebody can learn how to fish.
Oh yeah, it's not hard, but still, if we can, I'd rather not kill a guy.
This is sort of for, I mean, It's kind of like Simon and the priest back in Barovia. It's like the guy just needs to die.
There's a high, yeah.
You know,
That you can't prove that. You can't prove that.
allegedly. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
I got the VOD, bro.
All right. So, I know I already moved everybody to the Vistani camp, but is that accurate? Is that where the party is going?
I think so, yeah.
That's my
Alright.
opinion. Yeah.
I
still
think I'm a
dragging
little.
them, but I'm dragging my heels on it because I'm like, I really don't want to kill them. I hope we convince them not to
Yeah,
not to kill them.
I'm
Okay.
a little too far in the front. Hang on. There we go. That's
There.
better.
All right. So, I just want to make sure that everybody looking at the map can see the increase in elevation.
Yes.
Like we're okay. Good. The woods part to reveal an expansive clearing, a small grass-covered hill with low houses built into its sides. Fog obscures the details, but you can see that these buildings have features elegantly carved wood. But these buildings feature elegantly carved woodwork and have decorative lanterns hanging from their sculpted eaves. Atop the hill above the fog is a ring of barrel-topped wagons that surround a large tent with a column of smoke pouring out through a hole in the top. The tent is brightly lit from within. Even at this distance, you can smell the odors of wine and horses that emanate from the central area. Now, let me do change up a little bit of the background Sirenscape. Yep, we're going slowly. Right there. All right. So with Bluto and Bluto in tow and Arabelle walking alongside Illicent, Illicent, give me a perception check, please. Arabelle is walking very close to you.
Hmm. I'll sort of ask her, um, is something wrong?
I I don't know what my father's going to say or do. I don't care about him. I'm worried about myself, my own hide. I disobeyed him.
Hmm. Let me see real quick. Ugh, we don't. This party doesn't have a lot. Kind of outside of our own sort of resources. Um, she's gonna offer her to hold hands as they go in,
She
just as
takes.
like a
Oh,
comfort.
she absolutely grabs onto your hand, and her hand is cold and clammy. She's nervous.
Okay.
Um, as the party approaches down the trail, you notice some hovels or some homes dug into the side of the hill, and outside, a grim gray cloaked figure stands in front of the door to this house.
Sorry, which one, Mike? I was zoomed out too far,
Yep.
or zoomed in too far. Oh, that one there.
This,
Okay.
Yep.
Does this look like the guy we overheard talking?
Looking for Aragol.
This is not Aragol.
Hmm.
This is an elf.
Or Lovash? One of those two? I don't remember.
Yeah, no. Luvash would be the person that used the shovel. I think.
Use the shovel. Isn't that Milivosh?
Milvosh, yes, thank you.
There were two who were exiled.
Yeah, Luvash and Aragol.
There we go.
Hey, Mike.
Yes.
Are we on a 10-foot scale on this map?
Yeah, we are the size of horses right now.
There should be a scale here somewhere. 1 square is 10 feet.
Okay, just making sure, because we're huge. I was like, are they all halflings? But
Yep. No, I can shrink you down. Hang on.
thank you. Yeah. And it's the least important question I'll ask you all night. But
I mean, should someone announce us?
Hang on. Let me.
Simon, get your thumb dirty. Yeah. Lo, the heroes of Valaki have arrived.
Just have our.
I can't hear you.
I would like to say a prepared DM would have already done that, but well, I think we all know that this is how it goes.
That's why I was zoomed in so far earlier. I was trying to see what that picture was, and I was like, oh, halflings.
And I'm not going to reduce Chiraptra if that's okay.
That's fine.
We don't need a thing that's impossible to grab.
You mean like dynamic lighting? Yeah. All right.
Right, sweet.
All right. Excuse me. All right. Take it away, everybody.
Right, so this is the guy who we can see.
Yes.
Should call for Aragol.
Oh. Arabella probably also knows where her father's at, or can lead us.
Yeah, that's a good point. I'll ask her. Where do you live? Which one's yours?
She points to the top of the hill.
Okay. Millicent walks like she belongs here.
All right.
Oh, great. So we rescued the chief's daughter.
Yep. If you guys would like, you can all place yourselves inside or just outside the large tent here at the center of the map.
I'll stay here, thank you.
Are you like in the northeast corner of the map? Yeah.
Yep.
A lot of horses.
I'm pretty sure that Zayden, aka Robert, is completely unconscious from getting his ass kicked in hand-to-hand combatants at drill this weekend. If we need to, we'll wake him up. Is everyone okay with that?
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yep. Right. If a fight breaks out, hey, wake up, numbnuts! It's time to get it on.
Time for round 2.
All right.
I'm the one dragging Bluto.
Yes.
I think I'd bring him to the tent and just shove him onto his knees in front of him.
All right. So, piled outside the wagon are several empty casks of wine. From inside the tent comes a crack of a whip, followed by howls of a young man. 3 sputtering campfires fill the tent with smoke, and through the haze, you see 6 Vistanis passed out in various places on the dead grass. A barely conscious, shirtless teenager hugs the center tent pole, his wrists bound with rope, and his back streaked with blood.
Jesus.
An older, larger man in studded leather armor lashes the young man with a horsewhip, causing him to scream again. Standing in the man's shadow is a third man, also clad in studded leather. Easy, brother, he says to the whip wielding brute. I think Alexei has learned his lesson.
Illison clears her throat.
Both men clad in leather armor turn. What is this? Why, what brings you here? Ah, yes. I see. You have something to share?
Is anybody in the tent with me, or is it just Illison?
I can follow you in. Yeah.
You. I'm up now.
Oh, hi.
Yeah. I push Blue to the knees next to you.
Okay.
So
Illicent will say, I was at the gates of Valaki the other day when you called for the search of your daughter.
Ah, what news do you have?
I'm holding her hand, right?
Oh,
She's like right next to me.
Yeah. Well, my apologies, everybody.
No problem.
Aragal, let's roll this back just a skosh.
Yeah, I assume that no one looks at her until she clears her throat, and then when she does, everyone sees.
Annabelle, you are alive. No thanks to you, Alexei. It was your job to keep an eye on my daughter. You failed. Yet, she lives. Lucky for you, pig. Ah, you found her, and look, barely a scratch on her. He turns to Bluto. What is this pig from Valaki doing in my camp?
He was the one who kidnapped your daughter.
Was he? Aragal? Does this vermin speak the truth? Yes, Daddy. Yes. He was gonna sacrifice me. Bluto is terrified. Aragal approaches Bluto, dagger drawn.
look, I know he deserves punishment, but death isn't the way.
Good luck with that, Reuben.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. Right to him as they're walking at him with a dagger.
Oh, can you repeat that, please?
I know he deserves punishment, but death isn't the way.
Maybe when you walk a mile in our boots, knowing that you are regarded as inferior, a second-class citizen, not worthy of scraps. Your daughter to be considered nothing more than bait. Then maybe you will understand, dog. Not knowing that you're a dog.
Yeah.
We didn't. She sort of tries to cut in. We're not going to interfere with whatever judgment that you see fit. We brought him here to be handled by your people and your customs.
Still, he didn't take her. It was an opportunity thing. He found her on the beach and then, in his drunken state, made a rash decision.
Roll persuasion. Disadvantage.
Yeah, understandable. I'm just gonna cancel that out with my card.
Okay.
Just have it be a.
Good
I
luck.
think it. Assuming the card, I didn't read the card. Is it a reroll or a?
You just
Yep.
rolled.
Reroll.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so yeah. Let's see, I thought.
Hoo!
Yeah, so
Oh,
yeah. Luckily,
Yeah.
it would have been reroll. So yeah.
Okay.
So do I reroll again? Like,
I would
reroll?
just roll a straight up persuasion.
D20 because you have plus
Yeah.
0.
No, yeah. Just roll another d20.
Okay, I'll show another
We're
persuasion.
gonna take that roll. All right.
It's the 8 then.
Yep.
So
Worth a
not
shot.
much better, but it's at least something.
Yep.
But yeah, not enough to convince them, I'm sure. So I just look at Pluto.
He looks at you. He goes, yes, we've met before. Perhaps I did not quite make myself clear. Are you actually arguing that a child, any child, that was going to be drowned in a vain attempt of a sacrifice should be forgiven? Much less the Vistani.
Not at
If
all.
you wanted him to have justice, why bring him to me? Did you not know what would happen?
Oh no, I was just hoping maybe
I'm
there was
her
another way.
father!
I mean, we met nicer Vistani than you, so.
And he walks over to Bluto, dagger drawn.
Yeah, I just look at Pluto. Sorry, bud. I tried. And just pick him up and hold his head back. Make it quick.
In my head, all I'm hearing is, "Oh, you think the darkness is your ally, but you merely adopted the dark. I was born in it."
But yeah, Ruben's just, I'm sorry, bud. And just tilts his neck back to let him slit his throat.
Yeah.
Lau steps out of the tent.
Bluto will not be down for breakfast.
Yeah, I mean, Ellison doesn't watch either. She doesn't leave. She's gonna stay. And is Arabella still next to her?
Yes.
Yeah, she'll try to like turn the two of them away.
No, Arabella does
Oh.
not turn away. She is intent on seeing justice dispatched to her captor. She wanted this.
Right. So Ellison does not. So
Okay.
she doesn't
The
watch.
pool of crimson spreads out on the ground from Bluto's carotid artery being severed. Aragal turns to Luvash. Cut this useless whelp down. Do not fail me again, Alexei, when I give you a fucking job. And Luvash leads Alexei out of the central tent.
And Lau will follow them. And maybe if there's a moment away from this horrible man, Lau can administer some first aid to Alexei.
Role play it out, please.
Yeah. So
Ruben
Luvash
just-
is here? Okay.
Yeah. Ruben just looks at the body, turns, and walks away. He's just.
Gentlemen, now that the punishment is met, perhaps I can be of some use to this young lad.
This whelp deserves to suffer. He failed, Aragal.
Yes, he did, but that's sort of a
No, they're
testament
talking.
to.
I'm just gonna touch him and just I wouldn't glare, but just look at. I forgot his name already.
Aragal? Luvash.
Luvash. Yeah.
So we're out here, wherever you are.
There you go.
Thank
There
you.
you
go. Oh, yeah, he's-
I thought I
yeah.
moved my token.
All right, you're gonna throw him some healing there, Zayden.
Do it.
Oh, yeah, give me a minute. Where is it? No. There we go.
You guys get the gold. I'm out of here, and I'm gonna continue walking.
All right. Hang on a second.
Yeah, or we could do it that way, Zayden.
All right. Yep, you have healed.
I'm like checking out his back and like tracing it over, and now it's just scar forming
Yep.
behind.
Oh yeah. Aragal walks over to a chest near one of the campfires, withdraws a heavy sack of gold, and walks over to Illicent and says, "My word is my bond, and you have my thanks.
Illicent
My
will say,
my apologies for trying to run you afoul previously. I did not know that I could count you as friends." And you're going to have to excuse me again because I drank way too much water.
Okay. It's hard not to turn everything into a combat situation.
Yep.
Like I see that kid on the pole being, whipped with a weapon.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, should I just go over there and heal him right now? But there's no way that goes well. I don't want to fight everybody in Barovia. Ugh,
Yeah.
hard.
Such a terrible taste in my mouth having to have him killed, but say not.
I feel okay about that, but it's just
In
it would have
Reuven's
been
mouth?
easier if I.
Uh,
In mine.
Futurama, I don't
Reuven-
feel strongly one way or another.
Yeah.
It's like, I get it. Justice is served. I mean, I was gonna try and lessen his sentence. It's the least I can do for the idiot.
Well, and
But
again,
he's
the,
still an
the,
idiot.
the problem is again the Vistani don't have jails, right?
Well,
Yeah.
So like, what's the
it's
punishment
interesting.
gonna be?
I honestly, I don't know if Illicent is
Good
committed enough
heavens.
to come to this conclusion, but she essentially is like, Bluto just got his throat slit, but he died the moment he
Yeah.
took Arabella.
Yeah.
So the fact that we're seeing it happen now come to fruition doesn't change the fact that he fucked over dangerous people. That sealed his fate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was
That's
a very
sort of
slim chance that I was trying to
Right.
convince them, but it was almost impossible. And Reuven knew that going in. I knew that going in.
I also
basically,
think
I needed a 20 to even have a chance at convincing them not to kill him.
Right.
I don't think he's dumb enough to know that what he did would have consequences either. So
Illicent will say, I'm glad she's okay. What is Arabella doing?
Arabella is standing by the door of the tent. She does not approach her father. Aragal says, "Daughter, do you not realize that this world is dark and dangerous? You have no business being in that goddamn town. They hate us." And Arabella says, "With good reason, father." And that is like a dagger in the heart. Aragal turns to Illicent and says, "What she says is true. We fight to survive. I do what is best, what I think is best for my family. Lord Strahd may curse me for this, but in addition to this gold I now give you, ask me just a question or two, and I will answer you honestly. That is the best I can do, and then you must leave."
What are our questions, guys?
Where are the bones?
That's a good one.
yeah, the fucking bones.
I failed last time. I gotta put that out there. Just where, if you know where the bones are.
It's a good question.
Well, they wouldn't they wouldn't know because they're not permitted
But he
in
might be able. He's a Vistani. He can divine stuff using spells or who knows what.
Yeah, like even if they don't know,
I have
they
two
might have a method of
questions
finding out.
I want to ask.
Yeah, you're the one having the conversation, Kyle. So
We
Go
see
ahead.
a white tower guarded by golden knights on a mountain. And she'll do we have a map?
Yes. Yes.
She will unfurl her map and offer
All right.
him her pen.
Oh, hang on. Oh, I goofed that one up. I'm going to move the players to the map of Barovia.
I'm going to ask for Argus Voltholt next, if you guys are okay with those being the two questions.
Kyle,
You're the one in charge of it.
it
You
is
ask for everyone.
100% up to you. Yeah.
Okay, I
Like,
think those are too
Elsa-
good.
Yeah, get us some more
Elsa's the one who
quests.
has the questions.
Get us some
Yeah,
more quests, please.
I think that's the play.
All right. So, here's what I'm going to do.
I want a sword and I want a holy symbol. So
All right. So, Argenvolstholt, or the House of the Dragon, is right here.
very close. Okay.
All right.
On the
And
way to the vineyard.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah, because the vineyards is that over here?
I think it's
vineyard,
I think it's the field here with all
Yeah,
the...
yeah, yeah. You're right. You're
vineyard
right.
is here. So that was question number 1. And then your second question.
the mountain, the white tower guarded by golden knights on a mountain. It's very specific. Hopefully they know what that is.
Yep. And he's going to give that to you as soon as the dungeon master flips to the correct page with his glasses on. And
Sorry. Afterwards, if we could like mark it.
yeah, I will definitely.
What was the name of that first one you got, Kyle? I already circled it. I can put it down.
Argus Voltholt.
Yep.
You have to be angry when you say it.
Argenvolstholt.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like that. Okay.
Text. Let's do this. And I'll make it in 22, and we'll put it in red because that's what seems to stand out the best. Yep, there you go.
I got you.
So,
it's smaller,
yep.
but I'll make it bigger.
Yeah, that's fine. So we've got Wizard of Wines right here.
Yes. Yes. Okay.
And then we've got, and you should be able to read it on the map, Solkenia Pass, which is towards just to the south.
That bridge there. Yeah.
Yep, of
Interesting.
Argenvolstholt.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And that's where the white mountain with the golden knights is.
Interesting.
Yes.
Maybe there's like it's like a tower or something there.
Oh, hang on here. Maybe I fucked you up.
Uh-oh.
Yes. So we've got the magic weapon that you were speaking of is Solkenia Pass.
Oh, Solkania?
Yep. TS.
Oh my god, I spelled
Should be rather than TSOLENKA. Solkenia Pass. Solenka Pass? I'm horrible. And then
Now it says Slovenia.
Yeah, I typed it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I got it. Okay. I'm with you.
and
I
then
asked him.
We've got the holy symbol, which should be at Argenvolstholt here.
Wow, that's pretty clustered actually.
All right.
Great.
So right now the party can add 500 gold to the inventory. And if we want to run a little bit over, is there? I mean, Aragal is at this point a little nervous that he's kind of overstepping what his normal boundaries would be, but he's very grateful for the return of his daughter.
Yep, she bows and she thanks him, and she gives Arabella kind of a squeeze of the hand. She was told she has to leave.
Yeah, and Arabella says, "Thanks for nothing." And,
Yeah,
you
I'm
know,
okay with that.
but Argal seems to be very, very excited that his daughter has been returned safely to him. And with that,
Yeah, I think the last thing that Illicent says, I'm trying to think of how to word it. She just kind of looks very sad, and she sort of looks at Arabella, and she just says, "He's your family." And that's about it.
and she looks at you and says, "He's a cruel dictator," as you exit the tent.
Are we gonna go to Argynvostolt first?
I think so, right?
It's like kind of right. It's the closest, right? We just go closest to farthest and then come back.
I don't know if anyone is in the tent to see it, but I mean, Illicent is very much of the opinion of like, I mean, it's I'm not even sure how to describe it.
We
Just having
yeah.
the family at all.
Yeah.
You know, it would have been a big deal to her. So, yeah.
Faith lost in humanity a little bit for Illicent?
No.
Or the opposite?
I think she might have even been a bit envious of Arabella.
Interesting.
But no one was in there.
No one was there.
We're gonna have a Tomb
Well-
of Annihilation moment where we're gonna be like a session from the end, and we're gonna be like, okay, so no one talked about their backstories during the whole campaign. Let's just get them out now.
Alright. We're all done. Thank you guys for sticking around. Thank you guys for sticking around. We're just working on holiday schedule and stuff, so probably won't be live for a couple of weeks till the first of the year, since the holidays are coming up. So I will be live a lot more often this week, evenings for raids and stuff. So check you guys later.